Is this where the science happens? It is where the science happens. Just waiting on Clem and Serral. Okay, I see
we
the
click
link.
on that link or we cannot?
Yes. Yes, it works. I'll send you the link as well, but
No,
it works,
I
okay.
got where to find it.
Alright.
Okay, first move c4, d5. Amazing.
Okay, now we have a problem. I have to choose between you or the chess game, I guess. This is truly brilliant. No, I see it now. Okay. I mean, I don't know what's happening here, but I hope that it's working. But the current move is d5 or d4, sorry, by white.
Yeah, that's
all right. Okay, now it's
good,
perfect.
no?
I just don't want to touch anything. All right. So what do you think about this
Fair.
opening? Is this even a real opening? First of all,
not really. I mean, chess.com has a name for pretty much anything, but Anglo-Scandinavian is not something I've heard about. But well, looks good for white, that's for sure. You know, little too many queen moves, but so far no pieces plundered. So I believe still everything very open.
what do you think about that move? It's developing his knight, but maybe he can push his pawn, or is that just a bad move?
I wouldn't push the pawn, like keep that square, but just defend e4 pawn should be a good move. Like e2 through bishop d2 or bishop d3, both look nice.
I think I would
But
push
again,
the pawn.
e5 also not a bad move. Like
because I just like attacking and wasting opponent's time. Like they have to think about the fact they're being attacked in a bullet game. I don't think the strategy applies in rapid, but
high class.
Yep. He retreats the queen. I mean that makes sense, right? Because like the discovered attack. But
super good position already for white.
alright, Serral. Serral's cooking. And what would you play here as Serral? Just developing pieces?
I don't know, maybe now your e5 I start to like it better. Otherwise some rook c1. You know, with the queen on c7 I have this urge to do something. Just to be sneaky. But any move like knight f3, bishop e2, e5, bishop c4. He has many good options, I believe.
Yeah, Serral has only
solid.
recently started playing chess, but he looks like he knows what he's doing. Like at least he doesn't look like a complete beginner. He knows to like develop his pieces and take control of the center. So that looks good. Bishop 4 here, hitting the knight.
Also a good move.
So far, so good. Maybe this is better than what
so
you expected.
far I have to say that they seem clearly underrated. I mean, 600 should be a different level. That's like, I don't know.
Well, Magnus Carlsen thought that Clem was 1800 when he reviewed his bullet game. So.
Okay, that's.
Although Clem later admitted that all the analysis about what Clem was probably thinking was wrong and he was just doing random stuff. But who knows? Maybe he's humble.
Well,
I don't know.
If he did the right thing for the wrong reasons, it's also not too bad, yeah? As long as you do the right thing.
Serral's just he's thinking about this one. Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking about. Probably maybe annoyed about this pin and wants to get rid of it, or I suppose it's hard to get into the mind of a chess beginner, but I am curious. He pushes the pawn. I mean, that seems pretty normal to me.
That's a very decent move, yes. Guys, now knight d5 really he shouldn't do, otherwise I see big problems for black.
Yeah, there's no other good squares really for that knight, so it does seem like a
d7
natural
you
move.
need for the other one.
Yeah.
No, but so far pretty normal high-level game.
High-level game. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe these chess players have, or these StarCraft 2 players have just innate talent.
And knight d5 also played.
These are like engines. I do kind of think we could look at 2 games at once even. Because
Yeah,
it
it
is
seems like with that
rapid.
time control, it's possible. Yeah.
But no one else posted their match links.
Links.
So
Links. That's also. I mean,
maybe I'll
if you
tell
know
them.
the usernames, of course, we could try to follow from their profile, but
Just waiting on these moves here. Suppose we could talk about more about you, Vincent, as I think most of the people in the chat here are StarCraft 2 are players and fans, and they are not quite as familiar with chess. So, I mean, what should we know about you as a new esports player? And you're an esports player at this point. So,
yeah, it's new development. I mean, normally chess we don't play on. I mean, we started playing online mostly during pandemic, and then we got also some kind of our own tournament series leading to chess being included in the esports World Cup, and that ultimately led to me becoming part of an esports org and also in some way an esportler. So
I think you're an esports player.
yeah, it has been interesting, but I still believe that my general knowledge or skills when it comes to video games of any sort are lacking a bit. So that's something I will have to work on.
Well, chess is a video game now, so. But the position has developed here. I mean, I think we're seeing more natural moves, just developing the bishop here.
Yep, that's
Looking to castle.
That's blundering a piece. That's
That's blundering a piece. Wait.
Yeah, knight
Because
b5, bishop b4. Big opportunity.
well, apparently I'm not very good at the game because I would never have seen that. Knight b5. And
d5.
bishop.
Just take the
d5.
knight. I mean, you can just take the knight.
Oh yeah. And then that hits queen as well. So he has to trade. And then he hangs the bishop. I would show it on the website. There's like the arrows and stuff, but I can't do that. He found it. This guy's a genius. I think he told me he started playing like a month ago, and he's just found a tactic there that has won him a piece. I think Clem is gonna be shocked that Serral just found this move. Honestly, I'm shocked as well. Like I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that's what I said. No matter what we expect, I was pretty sure we were gonna be surprised. So
I am very surprised.
no, also like it's great because I mean bishop b4 you also prevent castling, so king stays in the middle and you can start attacking piece up. Also he started speeding up a little because I believe at some point queen d7 is okay.
You don't like the queen d7?
I mean it's one more piece, yeah. But
Yeah. I mean, he could just take the knight. But
and now he can take the bishop with the knight, and it's already 2 pieces up. That's quite a lot. But
yeah, he could have just been
did?
down one piece. But I think Clem might be a little tilted. He is also traveling, so he just came back from the airport. So maybe he's a bit tired. We want to give him some credit. But
yeah, we'll
yeah,
blame it on the traveling, lack of sleep, and
jet lag. Jet lag from he was actually just in Germany playing in the Big Game Cup yesterday. He won it, so he's good at StarCraft 2. At chess, however, he is looking a little bit questionable at the moment.
Yeah, you will need to make some big comeback for this game to turn around because so far Serral has been playing really well, so that's not good news.
Serral has only been playing for a month, so I feel like he could make a random blunder at some point. I still feel like this game's up in the air, especially these low-level games. I see the tides turn pretty quickly sometimes, so maybe we'll see that here.
Yeah, of course.
But
you can blunder the queen at the wrong moment, and everything changes. But
this is a brutal game. Okay, he's gonna just push back that bishop. I mean, probably not like a terrible move or a bad move, I think, but I mean, I imagine Clem will just shift his bishop to f5 or h5.
I think you have better chances of calling their moves than I do. So.
Well, what would you play here as black? I mean, I feel like there's only 2 moves.
I mean, you can take the knight also, yeah, it's not so.
I was once told when I was like 7 years old that you should never trade pieces when you're down already. Is this true?
That's kind of true, because usually you try to confuse people with the material you have left, and the less material you have left, the more difficult it gets to trick the opponent. But yeah.
Moves his bishop back. I guess he's following my 7-year-old coach's advice. So there's something for sure. Imagine Serral. I mean, if Serral just wants a clean victory here, I would say he just wants to trade all the pieces that he can and get into an endgame where he's just up. That would probably be the easiest way to do it for a beginner. I always see people trade. Now that's a bit suspicious of a move, don't you? Weakening your king, a bit unnecessary, I feel like, but it's probably still very good for him.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 2 pieces up, you cannot really be attacked. Also, yeah, there's the attacking potential for black is near 0 with that amount of pieces. But you're right, it weakens the king, and at least in future you could see something happen there. But yeah, of course, white is still completely winning.
Yep, just offering a trade of the bishops there, pretty much forcing that trade. So just simplifying. Just really feel like Serral is. I mean, he's playing solid. Like he does everything by the book. I feel like, maybe other than the opening, but although maybe that was Clem's fault that the opening went so off.
A5. Now he should take that bishop, because otherwise he will lose a piece.
Yeah, a little bit of a trick by Clem. I mean, it's possible he falls for it if he rushes the move, but I think from what we've seen so far, Serral would not fall for a. Yeah, good move by Serral there. Not gonna blunder a piece back. So yeah, at this point, Clem is running out of options. He just has to move that knight out of the way, and he's chilling. He's definitely chilling. And honestly, Serral hasn't really made any big mistakes this game at all. That's very impressive.
No, it's crazy. He's like very solid play. I mean, he took his opportunities when he could take the pieces. He developed. He took the center. Yes, h3, g4 wasn't necessary, but still, it's like okay. Yeah, now a piece is attacked, so either move away or knight f4 would be very nice, but maybe not so easy.
I'm curious what he's gonna play here. I do want to see if anyone else posted their links. So okay, ShoWTimE posted the link, so we can also view his game at the same time. This game is a bit over, although I don't want to say for sure. But did oh no, that was his play link. Good lord. I always get confused with these links. I wanted to watch ShoWTimE's match as well. We'll probably hop in at some point. Okay. Queen to 5 and okay, looks like I missed some moves while I was busy, but finally got his rooks connected and developed his knight on a not the greatest square, but nevertheless, at least his pieces are out. That's gotta give him some hope, right?
Sure, yeah. Okay, king g2, it's also a move that, you're getting in that pin. There's some potential danger, at least.
That does seem a bit suspicious. I kind of see his logic, right? Like, he's thinking he wants to defend the knight because it's under attack. But that's probably not the way to do it.
Yeah. Although, again, also not a big issue since, being 2 pieces up, you can afford quite a lot. It's just that, he's getting, I have the feeling he's getting himself into more dangerous territory. Like, the chances of him making a mistake are increasing a little. But still, if he plays knight f4 at some point soon, will be a very good position. He
For
played
sure.
it.
So if you were here, if you were playing as Clem at this point, do you think you would win against Serral?
I don't know, to be honest. Like at this point, Serral has been playing really well, but I would still hope to have some chances. Basically, at this point, it doesn't really depend on the like player, but more on, you know, as white, you need to make mistakes, and the only job you have as black is to pose problems, but the position is dead lost, so you can only win through big mistakes.
Yeah, it's true. But I did see like some AI chess bots beating like Hikaru down a rook, or maybe not down a rook, but like down a piece or something.
Yeah, down the rook it is, but that's like from the starting position.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
also
that's
you
true.
have to understand that like engines are so much stronger than top players in chess. So
Yeah, that's been quite a
huge
change
difference.
in the last 10 years or so. But do you ever like study AI games, or is that not helpful? Fine.
Not really. No, I mean we use engine to work, but like and actually seeing those games, they don't really give big benefit.
And actually, Clem resigns here. I think he realized that there's not much he could do. So that is
Yeah.
very solid game by Serral. Very quick blunder by Clem. So maybe we didn't get to see Clem's full potential because he just slipped up at the start. And maybe next game he'll bring it back. He will be playing as the white pieces, so that gives him a bit more of an advantage in the next game. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. Let's see. I actually have ShoWTime's username, so maybe we can watch ShoWTime as well. Username is ShoWTime194. Just look him up. Or maybe you can look him up and then send me the link.
Yep. Working on it.
Okay.
Ah, but I think he already won his game.
Oh, he won both of his played both of his games?
No, no,
Or
his first game.
his first game. Yeah. We can watch his second one at the same time, I guess.
But I don't think he started yet, so I cannot send you a link yet.
Yeah. So we have Clem as the white pieces. He plays d4 and then knight2 c3. I mean, I'm sure it's the Richter Verisov attack. I have never heard of this in my life. I'm sure it's
I mean,
real opening, but
normally people play bishop f4 and then we call it Jobava London, but bishop g5 is not really played a lot, but okay, decent move, you know. Everything that develops the pieces and aims towards controlling the center should be a decent start.
yeah, I mean, it's probably not the biggest deal. I think the more importantly for these players that they don't make a big blunder, like we saw in the
Yeah,
last game.
sure.
So, but I mean, I don't know. Have you studied the Richter attack here?
No, that's the thing. Like, we don't really know these names as well. But I mean, normally I focus on openings that are critical from an objective point of view. Like, same as probably you also check different strategies, and you will not deal too much with ones that you consider bad or like not dangerous or like not so good. And that's the same for us.
But if you saw this like in a top, like if you're playing a high level chess tournament and this happened, or like he played this against you, like what would be going through your head? Like, would you be surprised? Do you think he has like a trick or something at some point?
I would just be surprised because like I know that also he knows it's not too great, but of course, as if you play it in like some rapid time format or shorter time format, you have to be a bit careful about tricks. But normally, you're not too worried. Like you're more worried if there's something dangerous coming at you that you know could potentially be good or dangerous. But, I mean, that's why you work a lot now to be ready for those.
Yeah, I mean, usually when if they just play a non-optimal opening and I just play the standard stuff, I'm gonna be ahead at the end of the day. So I imagine it's similar in chess. And now we see kind of like a reverse Queen's Gambit by Serral here. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a reasonable move to me. Just attacking the center and regain control. Sure what Clem's response will be. I mean, imagine he will just move his pawn to like e3 or something. Okay, that I did not expect that. That seems wild. I don't know what
Yeah,
he's actually trying to do there.
doesn't do much, that's true. I mean, if he would get bishop f4 next move, it does, but if Serral just plays a6 here, he will have to go back. I mean, at least I think it would be best to go back. Of course, he can take on f6 and force gf, but gf is a good move. And also, he's running into queen a5 check, forcing the knight to go back. So, in any case, that's not something to be afraid of.
I think this is a bullet tactic he's employing here, where you make it look like there's a threat, and your opponent has to think about it when there's really no threat. But fortunately for Clem, this is not his usual bullet game. It's a rapid game, and his tricks are less effective. But I mean, Serral is thinking about it, so to say that it's achieved nothing, I guess, is technically not true. But I think Serral will quickly realize that bit of a bluff. It's gonna force the knight back soon. Yeah, the chatter says he thinks Clem loses a pawn. Is this true?
I don't see how yet. I mean, queen a5, knight c3, knight e4 would force bishop d2, which is quite sad, but material is still there for the moment.
Maybe Yoda he has stockfish on, and he sees 20 moves later, the pawn is inevitably lost, and but who knows? We do have another question from Jeff. Do you think analyzing lower level players is closer to the thinking needed for freestyle chess, where the pieces are sort of randomized versus best plays?
Well, not really. I think freestyle it's different, but still it's very similar in the sense that to play well in freestyle you just need to play good chess. So if you take openings away, it's very similar. So mostly the biggest change is that we don't have so much opening theory.
Yeah, I would also like to have the engine on Yoda, but chess.com doesn't allow engine while watching matches, I guess, to prevent cheating. So we're gonna have to look into that for next time, but we pretty much have the next best thing here. So that's good enough. I mean, I assume
You mean they
Serral
want
is
to see
winning.
the bar or the engine?
Probably the bar and the whatever move the computer thinks is good. But yeah, he plays queen to a5, which is what you said, and this pretty much forces the knight back.
It's very good. Like he waited for bishop f4, so now next move. I mean, if he goes knight e4 also, that would be like super impressive.
Knight e4 next. Okay, yeah, it's for double attack on the knight. And it's pinned. Yeah, I mean maybe Serral sees that. I think Clem probably a bit shocked by this move because it's a very strong one and very scary for him. But he only has one option and plays
Which he
it.
found.
He found the only option. That's good. And now let's see if he plays the move that you were saying, which is knight to e4, which very scary for Clem.
But he's comfortable like with any move basically. Also knight c6 or castles, he can already be happy. I mean, if you lose so much time as playing knight b5 and knight c3 back without really gaining much. Yeah, knight c6 also solid move.
Serral. And he told me he was worried about this match. He thought he was gonna lose, but
No, but so far he's dominating and also just playing really very decent chess.
yeah. Now I'm very excited to see if assuming Serral wins this game, which is I guess it's way too early to say because the material is even. But if Serral does move on, I'd be very excited to see him play someone like uThermal, who is rated 2,000 plus. I feel like that'd be a very different experience. But I mean, considering that Serral has made no mistakes, right, no big mistakes, could be a real series.
Yeah, probably, but above 2000 is already like really serious. So, um, But yeah, I mean, he's making good moves. So I think in this match he has very good chances.
For sure. Yeah, is Clem here? I mean, what are you thinking that Clem needs to do to get back into this game? Because so far, yeah, it looks quite bad for him. Is there anything Clem can really do?
I mean, just develop the pieces as he does. Yeah, bishop b2. If he gets to castle, then it already will be a quite normal position. Knight d4, I don't like too much, but okay. I just want to point out that there are tricks like bishop a3 at some point. That's like a nice idea for
I would be very shocked
like
if
sometimes.
Serral did that.
No, I don't even think it's so good here. It's just, you know, funny trick that sometimes can work. Now knight e4, okay. Yeah, now there's
That's very
some
annoying.
pressure.
Yeah. Wonder what Clem will do there.
I think you should go knight b3, but that's not easy.
Yeah, you have to give up a pawn. Do that, right?
Why?
But or am I just missing it? If you're just trades.
Knight c3, knight a5, knight d1, knight c6. I think we are even with material after all the trades.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. This is why I'm the StarCraft player, not a chess player, but I believe you. Yeah, you just wait. Yeah, I didn't expect him
That's
to play
also
that,
fine.
but it kind of makes things maybe a bit tricky for Serral if he okay, he just takes it, so whatever. So perfectly normal move by Serral. I mean, it's not that bad for Clem at this point. Like I feel like at least the material is even compared to last game where he's down 2 pieces.
Yeah, but he will lose that pawn. Although, yeah, one pawn is maybe not too bad.
He can't save a pawn here.
I said I think he will lose the one on c3. Like he should
Oh.
castle probably, and then, you know, he will lose that pawn.
Do you think Serral has the potential to take part in some chess events in 2026?
I mean, you don't really need much to participate. You can just go. But I believe for top level events, still he needs some time.
Maybe you can coach him, bring him to glory 2026.
That would be like a fun duo. Yeah,
He's trying to save the pawn with queen to d3.
yeah, I think not a good idea.
What is the punish for Serral here?
Yeah, good question. Maybe just, I mean, he can win that pawn by force by playing bishop b4 or bishop f6. So that's the least he can do. But yeah, maybe he has something even crazier, but that's like, I'm thinking about some e5 to give that pawn to play bishop f5 next and use that queen on d3 and stuff, but I don't think it will happen. So we can just assume that if he plays well, he will go bishop f6 or bishop a. Although actually now bishop a3 might be a good move. Oh, I talked about it earlier, but
Yeah, you were happy in
not
that
a
move
great
up.
move, but yeah, I think bishop f6 should be good.
Yeah, a lot of different options. I'm curious to see what he will take. I feel like Serral is not the type to get into deep waters when he doesn't have to. He'll just play like the simplest, most clean way to get ahead. At least in StarCraft 2, that's what he always does. Yeah, he's a bit of a safe. Rainer likes to call him the safety helmet guy or something like that, but yeah, he just captures. I mean, I guess that doubles his
Yeah,
pawns
maybe even
at
the
least,
best move.
but
Yes, so queen c3 is losing to bishop b4. He should take bc, and after bc we can actually play bishop a6, and then he's winning. Actually, I just see it now that that's very strong. But
Serral playing the best move according to Vincent.
let's see, bishop a6 is difficult. I'm not sure he will find it. If he does, I will be very
That would be pretty
impressed.
crazy.
That would be very nice.
That would mean he calculated that from from 2 moves ago, which is very impressive. I don't think I would find that, at least not in a bullet game or blitz game.
Yeah, then bishop f6 is a very solid choice. I mean, he can take that pawn whenever. He can also play c5, c4 first. Like,
I would love to draw the pieces or the moves with the arrows like Karo does on stream or whatever, but if I do that, the camera will disappear. We're stuck with this. Next time, we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, if you have feedback, happy to hear it. Try to improve for the next event. Okay, just develop his rook, so he's not going to go for what you wanted there, but still
doesn't go for glory, he goes for stability. Still good.
Yeah, that's exactly his style. So I mean, it makes sense. We often see like pro players' personalities. We always talk about this in StarCraft 2, but their personalities match up with the way they play. And I don't know if you see this in chess as well, where like perhaps someone is aggressive, has an aggressive playstyle. I don't know.
It really depends. You have some players where it matches and some where it doesn't at all. Like, you have some very aggressive players who are like the most calm, friendly, and supportive persons in real life, who are like you, not aggressive at all. So, it really depends.
Not as much of a thing in chess apparently, but no. So StarCraft historian is asking if you're going to come to Home Story Cup, which is a StarCraft 2 event in Germany, in Krefeld. I'm assuming you can't come, but maybe you can. Who knows?
Yeah, it depends on the schedule, but normally I cannot.
I think it's in January 30.
13th, you said?
30?
No, then I'm in Wijk aan Zee for a tournament, Netherlands.
Maybe next time. Have you ever been to
Although the
Krefeld?
tournament is I think so, at least nearby.
And not the most memorable city. Sure.
No, I mean it's if you grew up in Germany, you know the city, but
The stabbing corner? I don't know about the stabbing corner, but okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's also new to me. But
Bishop to d6. I mean, it's just
yeah, that
that's
hurts a bit.
Yeah,
Like,
because now the
C5
rook.
was completely winning, but
Oh, we just got rated by Wardy by 1,000 viewers. So I don't know what we were at before, but I think it's much higher now. So thank you, Wardy, for rating us. Yeah, Wardy's like the pillar stone of StarCraft 2. He hosts lots of tournaments for us, casts a lot of tournaments for us. So yeah, I really appreciate the raid. Crazy to be rating chess, but I really appreciate it. We were at 67,000 viewers before. Let's go. Thank you, Wardy. Okay, he's gonna not trade, and just attack the rook.
yeah, not a good decision. But f6 is winning now because I attacked the bishop and threatened bishop e5. Okay, rook e8.
And he moves the rook. I mean, there are
That's
definitely some
somehow trying
chances
to-
for Clem here.
Yeah, for sure. This game is not over at all. I mean, but I really believe he should try to castle at some point to, get rid of all these threats.
Yes, I think he needs to focus on safety. It is in Clem's brain, or like his playstyle when he plays hard, to always be aggressive and be very out on the map and attacking the opponent always. So we can kind of see it here. He's not castling where most players would, but I do think it's about that time where he needs to consider his own defenses a little bit.
Also, I guess it's good for him that they're getting lower on time, right? Like from what you told me, he
Yes,
seems to
very
be
good.
a good bullet player, so less time is better for him.
I mean, you can already see Clem using some of the bullet tactics I was talking about, randomly attacking your opponent, force them to think. So he's a bullet player through and through, but yeah, I mean, the time is very low, but Clem is actually lower on time, which is almost surprising. Not sure how much it will favor him if the time goes too low, unless he speeds it up. So We need to see some quick moves from Clem if he wants to go for a flagging strategy.
Oh, they have increment, right?
I think they have 5 seconds. Unless they forgot to set it.
So then flagging is difficult. You guys should be good with mouse, right? So
Good
at
with
least
mouse, but
by far good enough to play a move in 5 seconds.
do professional chess players ever struggle to move the pieces well because their mouse accuracy is just not good in bullets or something?
It depends. Like, of course, players from older generation tend to have it more, but nowadays people got used to it, to having to play faster more. But still, I would say also my mouse speed I should work on a little bit. Like I can still get some more out of there.
We should get you some gaming mouse. Or do you use a gaming mouse?
I actually do. It's not about the mouse, it's about me. That's...
Okay. Well, I mean, it looks like some chess players need to focus on their precision over the board, because I was looking at some threads of chess and Magnus slipping his butterfingers and he lost it or something because of it. So maybe
yeah,
it's
it
not
happens
just
quite
chess.
a lot, especially if you're in stressful situations over the board. The position is complex and you have little time, and then you reach for a piece by looking at the clock, and you like accidentally knock over a few pieces. It can happen. But...
So Serral just played bishop a6, which looks like a very cool move to just attack that pawn, and of course Clem cannot capture because his queen would be under attack. So he's pretty much forced to lose that pawn, unless he has some kind of
he
counterplay.
can move the queen. Just move the queen to d1 and you don't lose the pawn. But...
He's gonna go for the attack though, which I guess is expected of Clem. So I'm not sure how he's planning on attacking. Maybe he will move his bishop into like h6 or h5, sorry, and go for a queen attack there. But Serral should be able to defend that. How far is Trigger's monitor from his camera? Not very far though. So do you like Clem's move here? I mean, considering that it's a low-level game and he's trying to put pressure on his opponent.
Sure. Good.
It's good.
You know, if Serral wants to annoy him, he could just play bishop c8 back. And, you know.
It's true. Force it back. They are both running out of time though, so I think things are about to get very serious here. And we're gonna see a lot of mistakes. Which is almost unavoidable with little time, but I mean, Serral is thinking very hard about his move. So that does worry me a bit because his clock is ticking down, almost under a minute now. So he does need to think of something solid, something good, get him through this game. Now we're in Clem's territory. Okay, I mean it's the queen, but I'm worried about the dark square weaknesses there. Potentially.
Yeah, there's some potential for things to go wrong, but it's not a bad move. It's just maybe not ideal, because some things could go wrong in the future, but the move itself is completely fine.
He's trying to checkmate him. I don't think Serral will fall for this. He'll surely defend by moving his bishop or his queen even. Well, it's a bad move, but his bishop definitely. Oh no! Oh no! Wait.
That's okay.
Oh no, it's okay. So he can move his bishop back. Okay.
But it's not really. It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, actually just trades here. So
you should take with the rook, but if you take with the king, there's queen h8, which is not a big issue actually, but still.
Yeah, I was getting scared for him for no reason, but obviously I just missed that he can defend. Okay, he checks him. The king is gonna run away, obviously, and maybe Clem will get a pawn here, but
yeah, if he takes the pawn, he loses the queen actually. Rook h8, queen g7, rook g8 traps the queen. But
I would not have seen that.
Now if he wins the queen, definitely the game will be over, but not sure he sees it. But if you just go by like instinct and try to attack the queen, you will like even by mistake trap it. Yes, first move down, queen g7 and one more. next rook, and that's it.
I think he will find the second move because it's just natural after he moves his queen. My camera is back. Okay, good. Okay, now we just need to Serral to play rook to g8, and that traps the queen. Well, he found that very quickly
Incredible.
as well.
He's
Honestly,
really
Serral is better than me.
decent.
I think I will lose to Serral.
That I'm not sure about.
Honestly, I definitely could. He's a lot better than I thought he would. But I mean, time is still an issue. With increment, maybe not so much, but maybe if Serral just has a mouse slip from the time pressure, maybe he can still lose.
Yeah, it's not over until it's over, but the situation is very good.
Situation is very good. He moves his king. It's a.
I mean, blundered the bishop, yeah? CD with check,
Yeah,
and the bishop would have been
discovery
gone,
attack.
but okay. Wasn't seen.
Still not seen,
Still.
but it will be
Okay,
seen
they
soon,
don't care
I
about
feel.
that bishop. I mean, even if he loses that bishop, the position is still winning, probably, but yeah, wouldn't test it for too long. Maybe queen a5, try to defend. Yes. Good move.
This time is really. I feel that they're very stressed right now based on the time. But Serral's still making good moves despite that. Okay, just goes for a check. But yeah, after that check, I don't see
There's
much.
no wrong reaction. King f6, f5, king e7, anything.
Maybe he's going for a draw now, just putting the bishop back there. Don't think Serral is gonna repeat, so yeah, just goes for a nice move on the bishop, just planting it there. Can't really be killed at that point. So yeah, I mean Clem, he's very low on options. Just playing. Yeah, I mean I think random moves will only benefit Serral as he racks up increment time. Clem needs to find something that at least scares him. But there's really not much that he can do, I feel.
Yeah, it's, you know, when you're down so much material, life's tough.
Now
he
the
forces
bishop's a
the
trade.
bishop trade.
Yeah.
Oh, but
like,
that's really not the 1000 level. Really not.
Yeah, I mean Serral is playing absolutely some beautiful chess here. Especially for someone who only started a few months ago. I think this is really, really impressive. And yeah, now he's pushing that passed pawn to pretty much secure the game. So yeah, I don't think this one is all over, just waiting for Clem to give up perhaps. Not gonna blunder that pawn, of course. We've come to expect from Serral. I mean that's still fine.
Did you really see rook a4, queen a1? If you saw it, okay, you didn't. It would be impressive. I'd like to simplify, yeah? You give the queen for 2 rooks and then you're just clean rook up. But okay, that's also fine. Although now I'm not sure he will win it, but yeah, chances to lose are also quite slim.
Although, yeah, if they trade all their pawns away, it could be a draw.
I can start to see some problems happening, but yeah. Like, I would push d4, yes. Okay. Like whenever I think there's some chance for Clem, he's like starting to play very well. Okay. Yeah, it's completely on d2.
Yeah, now he just
promote
pushes.
the pawn. Okay, also fine. Okay, you can take the pawn even. Yeah.
Perfect. And yeah, this is starting to be the beginning of the end. Yeah, he's just gonna push that pawn probably at some point and be over. He resigns the game. And that is Serral's clean 2-0 versus Clem. What do you think about Serral's play there overall?
No. Very surprising, but very good surprising.
Yeah.
Really, very decent level. I mean, they're in the middle with this rook d8, bishop d6. It wasn't the greatest, but overall, like, he didn't blunder a single piece except for the bishop on a6
Black
in
had a
that
nice
last
win there.
game, which is not too bad. And yeah, I mean, definitely worth far more than 1k rating.
That's very good to hear. Our boy Serral takes it on, and maybe we should cast his next match as well. Because he's looking very strong, and I think he's think he can do it. I don't know what the rest of the bracket's looking like. Okay, so according to my information here, Goblin lost to ShoWTimE 2-0. I need to update the bracket myself. Not logged in there. We know what happened between Percival and uThermal. uThermal versus Percival in Astrea. Perhaps they're not even done yet, so we can look up the game actually. See uThermal's username. It's a very weird username, but perhaps we can watch his match.
Sure.
Okay, so he is in the game against Percival right now. And the score is actually 1-0 for Percival. That is very shocking because uThermal is rated 2138 on chess.com. Percival, I think he plays lead chess usually. So maybe this is not his real rating. But he is up 1-0.
But the position is pretty bad. I mean, on their level, it should be lost.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect of this level, but
I mean, rook h2 he has to try. Otherwise, it's like if white gets to stabilize with knight f3, it will be very bad. But rook h2 certainly is the chance, and then hoping for something.
yeah, I have to say I'm quite surprised that uThermal is down a match here though, because I thought he was a clear favorite going into this, and I don't know how good Percival was, so I just kind of put him against the best, and here he is winning. So it's my fault for doubting him.
But again, position king f4 now would be important to play, I think. After king f4, he should win the game. If he goes knight f3, his position is good, but to win it will be, yeah, nice. Because now rook will go back, and then we can defend with rook d1. Now rook g1, knight f3, yeah, that's... Oh, yes, rook f2. Holy shit. Even I missed that.
That's
now
crazy.
he's... Oh. Okay, now he's like crushed. Damn. Okay, he had to go king e3 back after rook g1. But yeah, now that's pretty much it, yeah? I mean, I don't
It
see...
looks pretty bad. I mean, it looks like Percival would have had you there if you're in the exact position. Perhaps if you rushed your move. I mean, maybe he can somehow draw. Is there any drawing
Yeah, but
chances?
draw doesn't help him.
Oh yeah, because
Draw it's pretty realistic, but it doesn't help him.
Yeah, that is rough. They are running out of time, so I mean, it is uThermal who's running out of time, however. So that is indeed quite something. Maybe he can push his pawns and get something going.
Yeah, but the black king will just come g7. Either f8, e7, e6, or g6, f5. Both routes are good. I think by now it shouldn't even be possible to make a draw.
Well, that is quite rough. The tournament favorite potentially going down 2-0. First of all, just cook something.
King g6 is like winning now. King g6 is winning for sure. Yeah. Also, he's playing quickly. Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, he still has 5 minutes on the clock.
I did not know Percival was this good. He is perhaps our new tournament favorite. Playing really well so far. Of course, we didn't get to see the whole game, unfortunately, but so far from what I've seen, he's played a very good game. Continued to play very quickly, Percival. Doesn't seem...
Yeah, rook a2 wasn't a good move, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, Percival not slowing down at all for anything.
King of... Although, yeah, now it's not... Okay, maybe there's still some minor chance. If he... I mean, he should play a6 right now, but... The reason yeah, now knight d4 check. There are some tricks, because king e5, knight c6, he will lose the a7 pawn. But... Also, that's not the big drama, but at least... Yeah, okay, king e3 is a little too soft.
A little too soft. He is slowing down for this one, though. King.
Yeah, he shouldn't put the rook on c2. That's... f1 is fine, yeah.
Does not blunder into a fork. Now down to almost a minute for uThermal. Looking very bad
Yeah,
for
but the
him.
problem is he doesn't even need... He actually needs to win the game, and draw is not enough. Yeah, knight d4 is his only chance. And knight c6. Yep. Although it's still... I mean, probably it's enough to make a draw, but to win the game, he still needs big help. Although at least, you know, potentially now he has connected passers, so there's some small hope.
Some small hope. Yeah, I have no idea how he's going to pull this one out. First of all, trying to push his own pawn as well. Are there any tricks for white here, do you think?
Okay, he needs... I don't know. I mean, knight e6, knight f4, but doesn't help right now because the c3 pawn is attacked. He can go king d2 and hope that he doesn't go to either b1 or f1. But yeah, king d3. Also, he should go rook d1 check. I mean, actually, by now there's some, again, small hope. One more mistake and white has actually chances to win. But yeah, he still needs big mistake.
Is the pawn protected?
Let's say the situation has improved over the last few minutes.
Sounds good to me.
King c4. Yeah, that's not good.
Not good for Percival?
No, for
For uThermal.
uThermal. Yeah. King on c4 is quite safe, and I mean, like, I believe in the worst case he can always just give his f pawn to take some pawns from white, and then okay, now he's hoping for f3. But yeah, maybe like rook f2 check is just winning the game. Rook f2, and then he's cut e1, rook a2, c3 will be taken next move. But yeah, oh, he's playing well. Rook a2, and that should be the end.
Thermal out of time and out of options. Seems like Percival has not made the moves that will let him lose here, so I think we're gonna see a resignation almost for that. Just don't see it.
And again, biggest issue is that even if he somehow manages to draw this by miracle, that's still not enough, and all his pawns are gonna be taken, and then that's yeah, king f3. There's even d4. That's nasty.
There's a huge upset. The 2200 rated player defeated by perhaps a fake 1700. I don't know if that's his real rating or not, but I did not
Seems
expect
like
it.
fake, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
Feels like that should be a bit higher.
So we're gonna have either Percival versus Serral, or ShoWTimE versus the winner of Astrea NightPhoenix. Perhaps they've already finished
I
that
think
game.
Astrea won, from what I read.
Okay, Astrea won. Can I even do decimal point in challenge? Kind of. Well, I think we should continue following Serral, although I'm worried that he's gonna get destroyed by apparently the new favorite of the tournament. So maybe I shouldn't say that. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Serral played well, but from what I saw, he's going there into as the underdog. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but still, we believe
no
we
trust.
support.
Sarah in the chat. He doesn't trust. I mean, maybe we should trust. Maybe he has some nasty prep. You have nasty prep, Sarah? Shall we watch your games? Well, if the chat wants to watch Sarah, then I suppose we should. I mean, we can always just watch both games at the same time. We will cast both magic. Screw it, we'll just cast both of them. Genius solution. Is this stream delayed? No. Why would you think it's delayed when I'm reading chat? You're not stream cheating. Stream cheating in chess seems unhelpful unless they have the engine open. So we will just follow both games at the same time. So yeah, we can just tab in and out. Unfortunately, your camera will disappear at times, but other than that, I'm sure it's fine. What if they stream snipe? I just said this. I don't think the stream sniping will help. I mean, maybe Vincent gives away the move, but I don't think they're going to do that, so it's all good. These are professionals.
Okay, that's the game. Okay, they're in, yeah? What I see.
Yeah, I
and
see
that's
Serral versus Percival, and you just
challenge
need
link.
the other one.
So... No, they actually are playing theory. Crazy.
They're already better than me. I know no theory. Just a bullet.
Bishop e6 is not supposed to be a move. I don't know why, but that's not.
Well, they're no longer in theory, but they lasted a couple moves at least.
F6. Also suspicious, like some d4. Quick d4. I can see it happening. Should be good.
So this is not a real opening for I guess.
No, I think Serral had a nice opening. Just
That's good.
not sure. Percival either has some brilliant prep or he mixed up some move further.
Or he just doesn't know the opening.
Oh, ED, that's bad. Like, opening is definitely a big, big win for Serral.
Well, that's a good start to the underdog story. Okay, ShoWTimE also posted his link, so we can see what's happening over there.
Yeah, that's King's Indian, I already saw.
I think Astrea and ShoWTimE are very evenly matched, so you can see it by the ratings. So that will be very interesting to see.
They're also playing theory.
Yeah, I think they actually came prepared. Like they actually wanted to try and win this tournament.
Seems like it, yeah.
I even practiced with Astrea.
Serral has great position. That's very nice. It's really good.
Well, maybe we were
Bishop
underestimating
d5,
Sarah.
e4. That's like much better for white already.
E4. Sorry, what did you say? Maybe I
said
can make the
e4.
moves.
Okay, yeah, castle is not not too bad, but also it kind of gives away some of the advantage. Maybe actually knight e6 was working, but that's like knight e6, bishop e6, queen d8, king d8, bishop b7, you know, winning the rook. But
Yeah, I know.
yeah, actually that looks good. Probably was winning even.
I wish I could say I could follow the moves, but I am not. I think next time we let you stream, so you can make the moves on the board. Because I cannot do that. I suppose we could even have you stream from Discord and I could just stream your stream. That would be something. You can check on the other game as well.
Queen d7. That's not a good move.
What? So
I
what
think
is
you
the
should have
problem?
traded that bishop.
Like, oh,
It's not
because
so bad, but simply it was important to get that bishop off the board because, I mean, okay, e4, he has bishop c4, so maybe that's still kind of fine, but I don't know, queen d7 is one of those moves that doesn't feel good. Also, bishop d5, queen d5, e4, you know, always some piece gets some extra tempo and gets kicked.
Serral, he didn't play his opening advantage perfectly, but I guess he's still ahead in your opinion.
Sure, yeah.
In a good spot. You like to see that. Seeing as Serral is a big underdog, at least according to you. I mean, I had faith in Serral all along, but I mean, so far it looks not bad. And yeah, just gonna check on the other game. This is Astrea versus ShoWTimE. It's looking. I mean, in my head, this looks pretty decent for ShoWTimE, but nothing crazy. This has a comfortable position. But
Yeah, would agree.
just developing their
Still pretty
pieces.
standard King's Indian. But
Am I missing anything exciting? Nope. Daryl is thinking.
actually believe Serral he should take on d5 and go e4 and then e5 break the center as long as black's pieces are still underdeveloped.
After he takes the bishop, you want him to go e4? Or sorry, what did you say?
Yep.
Oh, because
Yes.
if he captures, then he just pins the queen. So yeah, he takes the center like that. Sounds like
I thought maybe like queen c4 would be a natural spot for the queen and then even e5 continuing.
it makes sense. Or if he will see that feels like a very advanced level. Maybe not like insane, but like you would have to see the tactic first of all. So
Yeah, but he's spending some time and so far he played well, so I have faith.
it's not what it sounded like earlier. Earlier you were saying he's gonna get destroyed by Percival.
I didn't say this, but I said he's the underdog. But
Fair
yeah,
enough, fair enough.
I still stand by that, I believe.
Suppose we will see. I feel like Percival is a very quick player. Had a lot of time on the clock last game. And even here he's up a good minute. But now he's starting to think. I reckon he's gonna develop piece or just capture the bishop is the obvious move.
Yeah, he should take on g2 and go c5, I think. That's the best.
I'm gonna try to make the moves on the board. c5. Or bishop c5 or pawn c5. Well,
I said pawn.
on pawn, okay.
Whoa, that's big blunder. Bishop d6? That's just
Um,
full piece.
So Serral just takes the bishop.
Yes, I mean he has to take on f4, and then either like bishop b7 wins a full rook, and bishop e6 also wins a bishop. Giving away
Shocking.
the light squares after you played f6 is insane.
Well, what happened to Percival? I mean, he was
Yeah,
really
he
owning
does
last
it.
game, but
Now we see
this,
Serral for final, yeah?
yeah, I think Serral is no longer the underdog. He's looking like the king, like he usually is in StarCraft. I mean, this looks just completely,
No,
completely
bishop,
over. I mean,
bishop f4 is not even the best move.
yeah, he's getting threatened to lose his rook as well. He needs to do something about that. So a lot of threats here for Percival, and he just lost a piece. Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking with that move. Yeah, quite shocking for him to blunder like that after the great last game he played, but maybe he's feeling the pressure at this point. Dad is saying he wanted e7. Castle? I don't know. I'm not good enough to understand, but clearly
Me
it
neither.
did not work. Clearly you're not good enough either. Good chatter, you'll have to enlighten us. Gonna check on ShoWTimE here. I'm Astrea. His position has changed a little bit since I last checked.
It's very interesting. Complex strategically, like you gave away the bishop, dark square bishop, which is painful, but you have a very nice square on c4. I have to say I really dislike Black's last move a4, but apart from that, it certainly is a pretty high level game and interesting to see.
Yeah, these two players are very well known for their strategies. ShoWTimE being a very solid strategical player, Astrea being a bit more chaotic. Although he moves his knight there. Suppose he's trying to get his knight on 4 to do something. Not that I would really know.
He's trying to attack. It's just knight d6. He has to make a choice whether he wants to go on bishop h3 or something else. But no, it's really pretty high level gameplay here.
Good to hear. He's giving up the pawn, or in exchange for attacking, or
I mean, he can take h3 pawn, so he gets that pawn back if he wants to.
Mhm.
I believe white has to be very careful now. Otherwise, I probably should go rook e1, knight f4, bishop f1 to stabilize.
the other game just ended. So Percival just
He just
resigned after
resigned, yeah.
blundering his rook. I feel like he went from just dominating a 2200 player to playing more like a 1000 rated player that game. So kind of a shocking
Yeah, big
turnaround.
swings.
I don't know what happened there, but he'll probably bring it back in the next game. Back to ShoWTimE, Astrea. Yeah, I mean, complicated. I mean, what would you play here as white?
Yeah, I thought maybe rook e1, but I don't like the position. Yeah, this dark squared bishop, it's such an important piece. Otherwise, you can try to play knight e2 just to prevent the knight from coming to f4, but still, you know, it's dangerous. Should be a good position for black.
The other position is, or the other game is starting. So we have another interesting opening from Percival. He likes to go for some like off or like non-standard openings. At least I don't typically see these in my bullet games. But what do you think about this opening?
No, this one exists. That's not too unusual.
Mhm.
It's like some anti-Najdorf stuff. I mean, Najdorf being d4, cd4, knight d4 instead of c3. Like after knight f6, knight c3, a6, that's Najdorf. So Usually c3 is to avoid big main lines and just, play.
He's a bit scared of Serral's prep, I guess, is what we're seeing
Seems
here.
like, yeah.
I'm kind of surprised how hard they prepped here. Very interesting. This how it usually goes. I don't usually play this opening, so I don't know anything about it, but
e5. Okay, can't be too bad, but it's not good for sure.
yeah, it looks strange.
Not great. But yeah, I mean, still. Okay, you should take it, knight e5, and then d4 will follow. So
Perhaps he's trying to get out of Serral's dangerous prep.
I would assume so, yeah.
Another board, we do see knight to f4 like we were expecting. And yeah, that's a very nasty position.
Really don't like white's position here. So far, a very good game by black.
I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear that. I'm sure they'll be watching the stream back later, seeing what you had to say about their games. The good things to say. Okay, the other board made a move. Okay, that's a interesting move by Serral.
Yeah, now we are transposing to Alapin. So that comes from e4, c5, c3, knight f6, e5, knight d5, knight f3, d6. That's transposition now. Now he's probably back in prep.
Crazy. Serral, he knows how to get back into his prep.
Although he's starting to think, so maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually have that much prep, but I would just gonna say that to make them sound better. But it's possible. I mean, I do know they are a bit stressed about this tournament, a bit worried, especially because you're here and they don't want to look like a complete noob. But bishop to f3, the other board.
Yeah, probably the best there was, but still very dangerous.
Someone is asking, doesn't the normal Alapin variation have e6 before d6?
No. I mean, e6 you can play before d6, but that's just different lines. Both are possible.
Now I assume Serral is supposed to just play knight to b6 or something, or
Yeah, there are a few moves. You can play e6, you can play knight b6, you can play de. There's some choice. Okay, he goes knight b6. Now I think main move is bishop b3.
just waiting on Percival's move here. Perhaps he's gonna try to get out of that prep with a different move, so he's gonna play bishop 5 instead.
Yeah,
seems like a reasonable move still.
Yeah, it's very solid. I think now I think de is normally the move you're supposed to play, and then knight e5, bishop d7, something like that.
So he kicks away the bishop. Just trades the pieces there. Nothing too crazy happening, I feel like, on this board. The other board, on the other hand, is it's
Getting
moving.
very interesting. Well, f5 was very interesting because if you go a few moves back, he actually sacrificed the pawn on d6, and I'm not exactly sure what he was planning on. Okay.
Sacks a knight. If he captures, then
Bishop captures must be the idea, I suppose, but I'm not too sure whether that's so great.
he just defends with the bishop now, or
Yeah, I don't know. You can go bishop g2. Yeah, he did. Okay.
then knight
I
g3
mean,
if he brings the
queen
queen.
g5, knight g3. Yeah, maybe that was kind of over committing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that knight sacrifice has any real leverage here. Just a blunder.
Yes, maybe, but of course, king is open. There's some compensation for it, but I don't see. I mean, doesn't look great to me. At least before his position, he was kind of dominating strategically, also dynamically, and now it's not so easy to say what he's supposed to do. Yeah, he goes queen g5, but knight g3 will come.
Yeah, it does look like the attack had potential, perhaps, to initially, but in reality, this is defended like this. So I'm not sure what his next move is going to be after he blocks with the knight. Is there any good ways to continue his attack?
Yeah, no, I don't see it. Because also d6 is hanging, and then knight from d6 would jump to e4, defending even better. The problem is that he really needed that knight to attack. I mean, the bishop on g7 is a great defensive piece, but that's not doing much in terms of attack, and he doesn't have that many pieces left to attack with. So I believe white's position should be good now.
The board looks still very stable. Serral castles, so he's prioritizing his king safety. Nothing crazy. I feel like we're seeing very few major blunders compared to what we were expecting of these guys. Some real chess games going on here. So yeah, very impressive.
They're playing certainly better than I would have expected. Maybe I was doing them wrong, but it's really nice.
Queen d3 on the board versus on ShoWTimE Astrea. Though the pawn is d6 is worrying. A lot of problems for black here. Not many good ways to attack.
Yeah, I think he could have even gone queen d2. But yeah, also queen d3 is not a bad move.
Just to trade the queens? Or
yeah, I mean to get the tempo, because I would strongly assume that black doesn't want to trade queens, but
yeah.
Okay, rook f4. I think I'll just be greedy now, just taking that pawn. I don't see a problem with it. Like this knight on g3 is such a fantastic defensive piece. Just knight d6, knight e4, and then also c5 is falling, d6 is coming. I think it's just winning right now for white, at least objectively speaking.
Yeah, I mean, looks very good. Does just capture the pawn, like you said. So he doesn't seem to see any threats. And perhaps Astrea is just bluffing with his forward rook. Nothing
Yeah,
really
he should
to
have
do.
been. He played really well in the start, and then he was a bit over aggressive. He had a very nice position, and he needed to stabilize a little before launching the attack.
Bit too early. Now there's even a passed pawn, and
Yeah, he would really need that knight to attack. It's just no way to. I mean, he just needs to hope for some blunder, of course. Like with king that open, there's some potential, but the position in itself is not gonna help him too much.
although ShoWTimE is running out of time, so that's maybe where the blunder comes in.
Yeah.
Trading
He should try to
queens.
stabilize. Yeah, of course, he shouldn't trade. Try to go queen h4 or something, threaten bishop h6, hope for some trick. But of course, rook c5 is just coming next move, so that's quite sad. Actually, also knight b5 is trapping. And now knight e4, I would say. Very clear. Very good move. Okay, knight b5 is also good. Yeah, knight e4, nice. Yeah, surely lost now.
Yeah, the attack is just completely gone, and these pawns are hanging. So, what can you do here as Astrea? I mean, that queen move doesn't seem to do much.
No, it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, he also didn't have any great options. It's like sometimes, if your position is not so great, there are many moves look stupid even though they are not, just because there's no real good option.
Mm-hmm. Has a tough losing position. I mean, perhaps he can somehow get him to panic on low time, but okay, he just blundered his queen, so it's interesting.
Yeah, d6 would win the rook also, because a8 is attacked and bishop b5 is threatened. So
Yeah,
okay,
that game is
knight
looking
d6
over.
also fine.
And Vincent,
Yeah.
you have you have to leave soon, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, unfortunately I do. Like 10 more minutes. So I'm hoping I can see the end of the Serral game still, but then yeah.
Yeah, just feel free to drop out when you have to. But yeah.
Yeah. No, I really was. In any case, it was a really nice event, and also seeing how well they are playing, that's actually quite impressive.
Well, I'm sure they'll be glad to hear that. In this Serral Percival game, it's looking. Well, it's a double pawn, but other than that, I don't. It has a bishop pair,
I mean,
but
he has the bishop pair, so should be okay.
yeah, looking good for
So he's
Serral
keeping
again.
the clock under control. I mean, I believe that white should be a bit better with precise play, but that's, I mean, so far, queen b3 I don't like at all, because you're running into rook b8. Not immediately, but yeah, bishop e4, very good move, very good move. Rook b8 will be coming with tempo next. No, it's looking good. Also, he's just playing well. Yeah, I mean, his strategy is like he's just not making any real mistake, and that's really paying off.
It's being solid that counts. And okay, he's gonna try to go for a pawn
now.
here.
Yeah, now he has to be precise. That's now it's getting complicated. So there are some chances to go wrong, but
Do you still just play rook b8 here as Serral?
yeah, I'm not sure, because then you're like after bishop d6, both your rooks will be attacked later on. So at first I wanted to go queen f6, but after queen f6 there's bishop e5. So I'm not sure that's too good. Maybe just queen d7, rook d6, queen f5 or something. But that's actually a complex position right now. Easy to go wrong. Also queen a5. Yeah, bishop f3 is not a good move, unfortunately.
I suppose he's thinking he
Okay,
captures
it's
the
not
pawn.
too bad. Yeah, but yes, he should go queen a5. Queen a5 is important.
Queen a5.
Either. Yeah, now. Okay, it's still fine. It's still okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's looking very scary.
Nice, very good. Queen f5 was important one. It's actually very important that he found this move. Because now he gains that tempo by taking the rook on e1, and of course he will lose that pawn on d5, but he will get a2 or b2 back in exchange. So
Very strong move from Serral. Making a lot of pieces at the same time here, that move, and as Percival, I guess. Well, I guess he has to move his rook somewhere or defend it.
yeah,
But
rook d1 he should.
d1, natural move.
But it's a problem for him that the draw is not good.
That is true.
Yes. I mean, white has maybe slightly more pleasant position, but the bishop b2, it's not that much material left to attack with. So.
Yeah, I wonder if Sarah was thinking about that, just going for the draw. Although I suppose he played Sicilian. Usually you don't play that for a draw, right?
Yeah, actually, you can even go rook e8 here. He doesn't need to go bishop b2. Maybe it's a good move, even strong. But yeah, not necessary, just an option.
Serral here. What's the move he should be thinking about? Because it's like he's taking a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, taking on b2 or rook e8, I think, are the two best moves. Also, you can go rook d8 if you want to, actually. But rook d8 feels a little more shaky. I'm not sure. I mean, just to let everyone know that like the d4 bishop is not hanging because of queen e1 back rank mate. That's maybe important to know.
It's just a safe, good move there from Serral.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Just the time could potentially become an issue, although I have to say that in the second game of the last match also he was quite convincing being low on time. I mean, he made some errors, but nothing too dramatic, so.
He's good even when the time is low. What can this man not do? That's the question we should be asking. I mean, he's playing.
He should
He's
have
playing
come
really
to
well.
Doha. We'll drop it and Blitz next year. He'll be there.
He should come where?
To the World Rabbit and Blitz Championship.
Yeah, he will be your rival.
Although he needs to have 2550 rating in some feeder list. So maybe still a small way to go, but you know.
You have a rival, chess. Would you say?
Not really. No, we don't have like one specific person or no. I mean, basically we play the similar people less again in the tournaments. So yeah, no, not really.
No rivals for Vincent. That's the headline.
Well, I mean, we just, we play the same people, which many of them I've known for a long time because many are around my age. So I've played with them already like some junior championships 10 years ago. Yeah, now Serral has to play bishop g7. Okay, good. Because rook e8, rook d7, he wouldn't be able to defend f7 because after rook e6, the a8 rook was hanging. So.
Zero finds another good move. And looks.
The next event I'm gonna play is Tata Steel Masters in Vaikanze. So that's gonna be
We're looking forward to that.
for me.
Yeah, we are almost at the end of the match, but we're also almost at the end of your time, so worried that you won't be able to watch the whole thing, but it's looking pretty drawish, kind of.
Yeah, I will try to stay 2-3 minutes and see what happens, and then I will leave.
All right.
But I'm supportive. Even if I'm not here, I'll be supporting.
Yeah. Well, thank you for casting with me. It's a real honor. And yeah.
Real nice idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, now queen b5. Come on, trade those queens.
Yeah, let's go for the draw. Don't need to be too fancy. But he decides to put his queen elsewhere. I mean, still chilling, I imagine.
Yeah, it's okay. He just, the queen on d5 is such an active piece. He needs to be like rook d7. Such things could be happening in the future, and then he needs to be a bit careful. It's okay.
Putting on some pressure on the king now. Getting a bit scary.
Yeah, rook f4. That's what I was worried about. So now I think rook a7 would be a good move, but maybe a difficult one. Defending that f7 pawn.
Yep.
Also, rook a7. Yeah, no, he will be suffering for a bit. No. Queen b5 was important, actually. Maybe he can. I mean, if he wants to, he could still go queen b1, queen b5 here. Queen b1 check, king g2, queen b5, which would probably be a good idea. If he didn't go to b5 last move, I'm not sure he will do now. Oh, rook a7, wow.
Your new rival.
Really doing well. I'd be glad for it, that's for sure. So, would be an amazing story.
It would be an unheard of story.
Okay, now queen b1, queen b7. Important, maybe. Difficult.
Very difficult to find.
But he should really trade pieces. For sure. Okay, I think that's the last decision I'm gonna see, and then I'm gonna call it a day and let you enjoy the rest of the stream.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we don't want you to be late, so whenever you have to drop.
Sure. It was a pleasure, and yeah, enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's just me now, but this tournament is not over. We are still in the semifinals and heading to the finals. We're gonna switch to the one camera. So unfortunately, we just lost about 90% of the IQ in this cast. However, I will try my best. But yeah, thank you so much, Vincent, for casting. We are gonna catch the end of this game here. It looks like they're trading the rooks here. I mean, it looks kind of scary for Serral, because Percival has a bit of an attack, but ultimately, I'm not convinced that that Percival will be able to get a killing blow here. And yeah, he's now going to kind of force a queen trade, or not force a queen trade, but force repetition. Okay, he moves his queen here. I mean, he can check him again. I don't know. Feels like oh wow, he just forced the queen trade. So I think Vincent will be very happy to see that, as Vincent was really hoping Serral would find a way to trade those queens and get that draw. So that's very, very good for Serral, because he only needs a draw to win this series, remember? So draw is all Serral needs. And both players are very, very low on time as well, so this is looking very dicey. Although Percival is up 40 seconds here, so this is probably favoring Percival quite a bit, based on the time alone. Otherwise, it's I mean, I assume this is draw. Of course, we don't have Vincent here anymore, so maybe it's not a draw, and I don't know. But in my mind, this is looking very, very much like a draw. In my very low-rated chess mind, but yeah, I mean, I don't see how Percival gets much done other than flagging Serral. Serral is down to 16 seconds. Would like to see Serral make his moves a little bit quicker. Okay, he's gonna trade pawns again. I feel like that can't be amazing if you're trying to win. Draws don't happen very often at lower levels, even the positions are objective draws. That's true. It's so easy to make a blunder in chess. Especially at my level and these guys' levels and your level. So it is not the most likely. Okay, this is looking interesting. I mean, I don't know how Percival is gonna advance here. I'm very curious. Definitely cannot push and trade because that's 100% a draw. He needs to somehow either get this king off this file or like this. And he's trying to get this king away from the protection of this pawn. Perhaps Serral should just play like this to prevent him getting checked and losing the pawn. He improves his rook here instead. Maybe after this he loses the pawn and maybe Percival is winning. I don't know. He's also threatening this check, so I don't know. Very complicated. Wish we had Vincent here. I mean, it's probably not that complicated, but it is for me. Hello, Blubbert. Actually gonna push his pawn. I was not expecting that. Because now isn't it not just a draw? I feel like that was perhaps a mistake. But maybe he's gonna get like underneath the pawn. If he trades rook, it's definitely a draw. Like, even if he kills the pawn, it's a draw. Okay, well, the game is drawn. I don't know why Percival would go for that, because they don't want to draw, but it's a draw, and Serral actually, against all odds, makes it to the finals. Serral was telling me earlier how he's gonna lose very easily, and he has like he sounded like he had very little confidence, but somehow in the finals, man, that does not mess around. In the other game, by the way, which we have not been keeping up on, still going. They're playing another very like positional game, just like the last game. I feel like that's just kind of their style. But yeah, let me fill in that score on challenge. The Serral beats Percival 1.5 to 0.5. What an upset! After Percival took out the GOAT, also the tournament favorite uThermal. We were all expecting Percival to beat Serral, but somehow, someway, Serral beats Percival. I mean, he played very well. I mean, Serral, I think he exceeded all of our expectations, and we should have had faith in him all this time. Nevertheless, we were wrong, and Serral dominates, gets to the finals. Waiting on ShoWTimE Astrea. ShoWTimE is up 1-0 in this game. He's also up a pawn. I am thinking that Astrea wants to sacrifice the rook for an attack. It's probably what he's thinking. I assume ShoWTimE sees this, so he's just thinking about ways to defend here. I mean, he even has his bishop here, so I'm not sure how Astrea is going to actually make an attack here. It feels like this is just a kind of a fake attack. Well, okay, I guess this bishop defends the knight, but doesn't defend that, so the bishop is not that helpful. Even still, do I really believe in this attack from Astrea? Kind of giving up the knight. Obviously, you can't take the knight, or can't take the rook right now because of the rook sacrifice we were talking about. I assume, I mean, I don't know, like after this, I don't know, like, I don't know ShoWTime's peak yellow. Should we spy on ShoWTimE? How do I spy on ShoWTimE here? Alright, let's spy on ShoWTimE, guys. It looks like he was practicing a little bit for this match. Okay, his peak elo is maybe just 2024. I don't know how to see his peak. His puzzles was 2600 at some point. I'm not sure if that's real. He moves his bishop back. Wait. Oh, there were a lot of threats here. Is this play? Yeah, I really wish I had Vincent here because this position is way too complicated for me. It does allow this queen check. I assume ShoWTimE knows about that, but he just figured that he could get away. So even after this, his king kind of escapes. But I mean, it's still pretty scary because of this rook, kind of trapping the king's escape. So it is an interesting position. Yes, this looks very scary for ShoWTimE. I don't know if Astrea has a surefire attack here, but it does look scary at the very least. What would you do here as Astrea to continue this attack? He does have to continue because he lost. He's down on material, but he's gonna trade the bishops. And now I guess. Well, now what is he thinking? Maybe just queen here and start and checkmate. It feels like, or queen here, I guess would be better. But I still don't see how that continues into a victory. Something like this? No, he probably doesn't see it either. Gonna pin the bishop. I don't actually know what his plan is there. Feels like this move isn't quick enough to do the damage. Let's say ShoWTimE plays something random. I mean, I just don't see it. I feel like this was a mistake because now he's letting the king escape. So that can't be good. And now this pin is also just gone. You think it's good? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, oh, he has a tactic that no, he just captures the king though, and then king. Oh, what? Wait, so what is the follow-up here after king captures? Pawn sack? Pawn here? You just take the king on the right? What is happening? This is beyond me to know, obviously. I'm not better than these players, or at least not by any meaningful metric. Knight to f3. I don't know. Feels like black should be able to defend this. Knight f3, and then you move the king back. You allow this. Can you just get away? Okay, he's going for that. I mean, now he has a check in this king, and that doesn't look like a good move by ShoWTimE. I think he just blundered his rook, right? Because now, I mean, he has to move here, check, and then he has to move to the back rank, and he loses the rook. So it looks like this game completely over, no? Astrea just made the clutch. He just lost both rooks. Completely over. Astrea making the clutch of a lifetime here to keep himself alive in a game he had to win. A draw was not good enough here. Exciting times. Yeah, this is a resign here. So now it's going into the blitz tiebreak. That's gonna be very exciting. So I do want to review this game very quickly because I'm curious. I think okay, it was good for white according to the engine, so obviously, what do I know? But I did not like the rook sacrifice at all. King captures, then f3. But this was just a huge blunder. I mean, if he played... Right. If he played something else, like... I assume... Is this a good move? No. Of course, I would automatically lose the game as well. What does the engine think? How do I even check? What does the engine check? 2 brilliant moves, by the way. That's crazy. What was ShoWTimE supposed to play here, actually? If this... Just, like, defend here? Apparently, yeah. Okay, I guess you're just supposed to defend his pawn. I guess that makes sense. And then check here, here, and I don't know. Alright, let's cast the next one. So let's go into the tie breaks. Random white/black with another tie opposite color. So we're just gonna go with random colors. For this tiebreak game. On e5. Seven. Yeah, unfortunately ShoWTimE, he was one move away from making potentially a winning move. He was just one square to the left. Of course. That's not how it works in chess. These two are very evenly matched. I mean, they have like pretty much the same elo, so it makes sense that they're tying it up. I do feel like Astrea would be a bit better under quicker time control, because I feel like ShoWTimE is the kind of the methodical. He likes to think about his moves. Astrea is kind of the intuition vibes player, which should be better in Blitz. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see who this favors. Gonna wait for them to create the match. As we're waiting, I mean, love to hear what the chat thinks about the tournament so far. Any feedback, of course, I would love to hear it. We might do it again, I don't know. I would personally be very happy to do so. But of course there are some technical difficulties on my end, which I apologize for. I could not tab out of Discord without destroying Vincent's camera, so that was unfortunate. We could do some more arrows while casting. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the tournament so far. At least I have definitely been enjoying it. Wish we could have had Vincent for the full time, but he is a very busy man, which is not surprising, of course, as he's one of the best chess players. I'd like to see a bullet tournament. I think some of the players this time around didn't want bullet because they just don't like it. But if we can get 8 bullet players, I mean, sounds good to me. Next time poker, I think you should ask Roddy about that because he's a poker expert or something. Bullet? Maybe we'll get some bullet players next time. I mean, I would be down. I do feel like bullets would be more exciting for the viewers at least, because it is quicker, it is more action-packed. Put you in? What's your rating, Seb? We have minimum 1,000 rating. Okay, I'm just kidding, we don't have a minimum rating. 2,400? God damn, bro. On chess.com? Or Elite Chess? We have the Bullet Champion hero. On YH. I too am a YH enjoyer. Okay. Yeah, did this? I hope they didn't start the game without me, because I. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay, they didn't start. Look at ShoWTimE. Astrea's history. He was playing some Blitz prior to this. I mean, these guys were grinding for this event. They took this event very seriously. What are these awards? Why does he have 200 awards? Okay, we can watch. Okay, they kind of started without me, but that's fine. We have the Grunfeld defense. I don't know what that is, but okay, let's look at it. Started like this. Okay, so he's kind of playing like Queen's Gambit. Against, I think it's called King's Indian or something. But apparently this is the Grunfeld defense. I did not know that, but there you go. D4 already hate it. Don't most engines play D4 at the first move? I mean, I think this looks pretty normal. Apparently, according to chess.com, this is the exchange, modern exchange variation. Seems a bit of a like a redundant name, but regardless. Okay, castles. I don't think he's gonna play H4. That seems a bit crazy. He likes to play it safe. Okay, now this pawn under some threats here. Just gonna defend it, so very, very simple. Don't know what Astrea will do here. I mean, he might just trade because he's worried about losing a pawn, but he doesn't actually lose it. So maybe he's just chilling. Maybe just develop your pieces here. I don't know. I could definitely see myself losing to these guys. Although in Blitz, maybe I have a decent shot. I'm a bit of a Blitz expert or a bullet expert. Okay, just developing his bishop here. Maybe trying to even bait him to capture the threaten the rook next. But who knows? It's a very interesting move. Kind of like makes his bishop a little bit less useful, but also looks a bit riskier, right? Okay, he captures. I mean, it's quite good for white, I would say. Just kind of chilling in the center. Black doesn't have too much to say about it. Probably gonna move that bishop back. I wouldn't recommend trading here, in my opinion. Kind of just gives him the bishop pair, right? Okay, but now he wants to capture. I mean, he just pushes his pawn, right? Then this pawn is hanging. Well, maybe Astrea is just a genius, far smarter than me. I don't think I would have seen that in Blitz. I would have just been like a monkey. My piece of advice: get as good as Keymer. Got his name right. Keymer by next time. I was having trouble pronouncing his name earlier. Because I'm just dumb. I'm just a lowly StarCraft player, not a chess player. Yo, Shino, what's up? Okay, he's trying to put pressure on this knight, like preparing some pin on the knight. You're 500 elo. You can play against Clem in the next chess tournament. No, I'm doing Clem dirty there, come on. Serral's playing like a legit goat. Like, that's tough. No, Clem is good. He's 1k, he's higher than 1k. But Serral was legit playing like like Magnus Carlsen against Percival. Like, it's insane. Got a bracket link, so just press this button and that is the link. Okay, he's pinning the knight, so I mean this would be a very big blunder, so I don't know. I feel like this move was to prepare that, but this move is so obvious, so I don't understand. Maybe a mistake by Astrea. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Astrea. Earlier I was calling ShoWTimE Astrea, so that's my bad. Joe's 1k was the biggest cap I've ever seen. Dude, he's so good. And also, Serral's very new to chess. Like, he's only been learning chess recently. And yet he's still at that level. It's just completely insane. Kind of just proves that, like, to be good at StarCraft 2, you really do need to have a certain learning mindset. That Serral obviously has. Who has the top rating? uThermal has the top rating, I believe. But he was surprisingly upsetted by Percival, who was then surprisingly upsetted by Serral. ShoWTime's up a pawn here, and I don't think Astrea has anything to say about it. Because even this pawn is kind of under threat. No bank rank issues with the pawn there. So I really don't see any advantage for Astrea. uThermal is 2200 in rapid on chess.com. So in my mind, he was going to get an easy $100 today, but the field of players here are surprisingly strong. Like, Serral's playing really well. Percival is strong, obviously, and ShoWTimE and Astrea are both above 2000 in rapid. So very intense stuff. I mean, it is a bit scary because this diagonal here can be quite dominating, but okay, just trace the queens. Perhaps they're going to go for another draw. That'd be hilarious. Delay the whole tournament. Although ShoWTimE has a pass pawn, so I don't imagine it will be a draw. Okay, captures this. Rook is set, and so he's just gonna move it. And this pawn should have a pretty good field day. Promoting to a queen eventually. Yeah, I'm not sure how Astrea is going to get out of this pickle. Unless ShoWTimE blunders. Same color bishop as well. I believe that means it's less likely for a draw to happen. So this is looking rough for Astrea. Well, to be fair, he had to start with black pieces. That's tough. What is my rating? So on lead chess, my bullet rating is 2200 or something. Maybe it's a bit lower right now, actually, like 2150. And then rapid, I legit don't play anything other than bullet because I'm a monkey. So who knows? But I am only okay at bullet. I'm good at flagging people with my superior APM, and that's about the extent of my skills. Same. I mean, we bullet players unite. 2k5 is really good. I'm not 2k5. I'm 2150. Bro, if I was 2500, I shouldn't be here. I should be competing or something. No, I'm 2150. I wish I was 2500. My peak is 2300. Are you better at chess or OSA? I'm much better at OSA. Much better. I'm actually good at OSA, in my opinion. Okay, he's getting behind this pawn. So that gives like some hope for Astrea. can somehow stop this pawn from advancing, but I really doubt it. I mean, this would be... Well, I mean, it's a bit... Yeah, I don't see it. Although I don't like this move by ShoWTimE. I don't know why, but intuitively this feels maybe not great. I could be wrong, of course, because I'm not Vincent. Who gets his events by sponsored by chess.com, StarCraft by Elite Chess Stats. Look, it's not sponsored by chess.com. We're just collaborating. They gave us free membership and they tweeted us a bit. And chess.com, great platform. We're running our tournament on chess.com because it's easy to use, but we are not sponsored. I won't bring up Lead Chess if they sponsor us, okay? Give us some money. I won't even say the L word. And this pawn is just continuing to move. I don't think Astrea has any tricks here to capture it. Maybe, I mean, even this diagonal has been controlled by ShoWTimE, so the bishop is in a better position, and he has a passed pawn. The rooks are just kind of hanging out against each other. So it's tough. Oh, he just blunders his rook as well. Yeah, that's it. That's going to be it. Gonna take a miracle after that nice little fork, or I guess it's called a fork, by ShoWTimE to win the rook. And it looks like we're gonna have a ShoWTimE Serral finals. That's a classic StarCraft 2 finals right there, but it's gonna be in chess. You're excited? I'm amazed by Serral's performance so far, but I feel like it might be tough to beat ShoWTimE. We'll see. We did not give Serral enough credit earlier, so. Well, these days I'm kind of pulling away from Bullet, actually. I've been playing more Rapid, actually, recently. I'm starting to not enjoy Bullet, because I can't focus when I'm playing Bullet. Like, if I'm able to focus, I'm not going to play chess. I'm going to play StarCraft. Probably just StarCraft, maybe Osu. But if I have no focus, I play Bullet, just for like, because I'm bored. But with Rapid, you have to focus, so kind of just like forces me to play real chess, which is not bad. I mean, it looks like Astrea did get himself perhaps in a slightly better position than he was earlier. Like, at least threatening this pawn, keeping this rook back. But I think it's only a matter of time before ShoWTimE maneuvers himself here. Perhaps he should continue staying on this diagonal. And if at some point get this move in and attack the king. So yeah, it's looking harder for ShoWTimE to make an advancement here. Maybe even this, to keep that bishop there. I do like Astrea's plan here. Okay, my game is bugged. I need to refresh. I'm missing like all the moves. Ah, my game bugged. We missed like 10 moves. Okay, he did play this though, and then ShoWTimE pushed his pawns because he doesn't feel like he can advance here. So yeah, this is getting very scary for ShoWTimE actually. Maybe he is he's choking a little bit. I mean, he's up the exchange and he has a passed pawn. Normally this would be a completely winning position. But because of this bishop controlling this square and this square, there are some small drawing chances for Astrea. He's also running it down on time, so that's very scary. It's getting very intense here. Yeah, he's just threatening. That's the reason why he couldn't move his rook out before. You wanna crash out right? No, he's waiting in the finals. He's waiting for the winner of this match, the grand finals. Astrea, he's moving his king in, man. Like, he's getting in and doing some real damage. Although ShoWTimE is looking to push now. He still needs to get his rook here if he wants to push, so... Although maybe he's gonna get mated, actually. Wait. Oh, he just got checkmated, no? Wait, what? Am I... Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm really bad at the game, so my bad. I forgot that this pawn is here. Fortunately, my level is not high enough to be analyzing these games. But it is high enough to say, blabber on about fake hype moves, like a checkmate. He does capture that pawn. Oh, he hasn't discovered a tech now. Oh, he just won the game. Wait, did he? Yeah, he did. It's unbelievable. How did Astrea win this game? ShoWTimE blundering both of his rooks to one rook. That is very hype. But it's actually Astrea who wins the game in the end. We have to replay that moment. So, kind of all went wrong after he allowed this. And then he moved here instead of like back there. And I mean, I can understand why he didn't intuitively want to move to a corner where he can get checkmated, but it allows this discovered attack. And the game is over. Alright, I'm gonna get some water. Yo, what's up, Percival? Max. that's such a clutch moment. Astrea, the clutcher in chess, the clutcher in StarCraft 2. He has clutched against me in many best of 7s. Why the bracket results so far look like StarCraft 2? I mean, do we expect Astrea to beat ShoWTimE in StarCraft 2? I mean, it would be close, obviously, but although Serral beating everyone is pretty accurate. Crazy game. Played Max in a lot of finals. Normal day for the Angel. Max always plays his best when he's down and out. I've thrown so many best of 7s against him in the final game in a winning position. It actually happens so often. It's like kind of crazy. Alright, I'm gonna get some water, guys. I've been casting non-stop for like 2 hours. I don't know how Roddy does it, but I'm sure Roddy takes breaks too, so I'm gonna BRB. I am back. That is the wrong overlay. Do we have the show on the road? No, we do not. Astrea Serral finals. Would you guys rather see a StarCraft 2 finals between Astrea and Serral or chess finals? Be honest. What is more hype? Trying to think there's something to the idea of Serral being AI. It is actually insane that Serral told me he started playing only a few months ago, and he somehow just annihilated everyone who have been playing chess for years. Potentially a year. I don't know how long Percival has been playing. And I know Clem hasn't been playing for that long either, but Percival beat the guy who's really good, 2200 rated. So if we assume Percival is around 2000 at least, that means Serral is at least around 2000 as well, in just a few months. Like that is unbelievable. Chess, so that at least Serral got a chance. True. I suppose will be the test to see if Serral flipped his way to the finals or if he's truly a genius. If he wins this whole thing, there is no mistake about it. Serral is truly the GOAT in everything. But I mean, you can't really fluke your way in chess, actually, so. And Vincent had said it himself, though. His moves were just solid. A pro Portal player is great at chess. That's true. Serral's also great at Portal. I heard he's not bad at Age of Empires either, but I wouldn't know anything about that game. Max is pretty good, yeah. He's Max is 2000 in Rapid. So I mean, it's gonna be a tough match, but I think it'll be very close. Alright, we have the match underway. It's gonna be Sicilian defense. It looks like Serral has started the Sicilian defense because he was playing this earlier against Percival. So this is clearly his main opening. Astrea, he's going to put his bishop here. I think in Sicilian usually you're fighting for this e5 move or something. So I think Astrea is going to try to control that. Is in shadow. I don't know how normal this is, but I think Serral searched up the most normal way to play and learned that. No, I don't think Sicilian is the most normal way to play. Isn't Sicilian very? You're trying to win as black with Sicilian, is from what I've heard. So it's a bit risky, maybe, but the most common opening. Okay, I wouldn't know. Maybe it is. Max loves Fiend Shadow. I did play some practice games against Max. I don't remember if he did the Fiend Shadow there, but in pro play is different. Okay, I mean that's probably very true. Yeah, you can't compare these randos to pros. This all looks very normal though. Although I wonder if you could just push immediately. I don't know. According to the chess.com, so I can like show you guys the rest of the screen. The fact that it doesn't say anything more than Sicilian defense tells me that this is not a real opening. So we are not seeing a truly real line here, I think. But it looks kind of normal. Is that the first final match? Yes. This is the first game of the finals. Bad? I mean, it could be good or bad. I am not the one to ask. However, it's not a real opening. So something went wrong here, okay? The fact that it's not a real opening, probably not the greatest sign. But otherwise, I mean, the game looks pretty normal. It's just a best of 2 with blitz tiebreaks. Okay, he's just developing his bishop, preparing to castle. Feels like these players are not spending too much time on the opening here. Not really thinking too hard about it, just kind of getting their pieces out and going from there. As a bullet player, I approve of this strategy of not thinking about the opening and simply getting your pieces out. But I dare say Vincent would not approve of this. Most players castle, so it looks like a very safe game. I imagine White's doing a little bit better here. Still have yet to develop this bishop. And it's not easy to, because like you move it here and it's kind of ugly. Like you're making like a little turtle. I don't know what to call this, but like I doubt a pro player would ever have these pieces here. So can't be good, right? Can't be too great to develop that way. Meanwhile, Astrea, he's chilling. He has this nice diagonal here later on. He has this nice central pawn. Are you much better than competitors? No, I'm terrible at chess. That's why I had Vincent on here. But Vincent had to go. Now it's just me. Okay, he moves his pawn here instead. I suppose he needs to find a move that isn't bad. And this move just feels kind of bad. But it might still have been his best move. I don't know. Like, maybe he's thinking of like pushing his pawns out and then developing his bishop that way. But in that case, why not just play like that? I guess he wants to also stop any knight movements. But even if he moves his knight here, I mean, is it that scary? I don't know. Oh, because he wants to develop his bishop here. This pawn would be hanging, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. I don't know. There are probably a lot of people in this chat who are far better than me. So, analysis-wise, I am not the one, but try my best. Typical move in Sicilian. I believe you. Actually gonna push his pawn here. I guess it gives us straight in a choice. Well, Either captures or just lets his opponent capture. I imagine he's going to capture, because he might be worried about his knight hanging. But maybe this is my bullet. This is my bullet instincts kicking in here. Like if this was me, I'm thinking like my knight looks dangerous here if I just let him capture. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to think about it, so I'm just going to capture. In a rapid game, however, you're looking for advantages. Maybe it's not the best play. And you can see Astrea thinking about this, so... Why don't we think about it? Or at least I try to think about it. If you just let him count, let's say you play something like a random, like... I don't know, like... Let's say you... I mean, I honestly can't think of any good moves here as white other than capturing, but... Let's move the rook or something. And then he captured... Yeah, okay. I'm sure you should just capture, right? Take the knight on c6. Let's see the chat's move. Take the knight on c6. Move the pawn to e5. He has to move his knight. Push f4. I mean, that looks pretty smart to me. I don't know. Looks good to me, Deck. Dakleher. I think you might be onto something there. Like, I would not have seen that, not gonna lie. Dakleher can join me as an analyst. But Astrea just captures, so we have an exchange. This is bishop out. Kind of opens his rook out for later as well. Some pressure on this pawn. This pawn is isolated from his friends, so could potentially be in danger later. You'd smoke Sotala. It's possible. It's possible. Can't underestimate the king, though. I mean, on paper, this looks like such a mismatchup. It's 1,000 versus 2,000. But Pro thinks he would beat Yona, exactly. No one beats Yona. But in reality, this match is probably going to be pretty close. Wonder what Yona will do here. Could protect his pawn and develop his bishop. Actually moves his knight out. That seems like a strange move. It does defend his pawn. It's also not so easy to kick out his knight for the moment. Still, like, I have a hard time imagining that this is a play. At least intuitively, this seems wrong. But maybe it's correct. 1k my ass? Yeah, he's not 1k. Although I don't know, like, I don't think he's smurfing. Like, I just think he's just locked in for the tournament, you know? Okay, I think he wants to kick out this knight. And perhaps put his own knight here. Yeah, that's true. Anyone who knows openings, probably is better than a 1,000, but he lost to 900. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, how is he able to beat Percival, who's like 1,700, 1,800, at least, and then lose to 900 in his match history? Can anyone explain that? It shouldn't be possible. Maybe in tournament settings, Serral levels up, his opponents get nervous and levels down. I could kind of see it. Okay, knight has to go back, only move. And then, well, for Astrea here, he could win the pawn, right? Well, maybe not. Captures, and you capture, and you have the queen tactic here. So, I mean, Serral's just seeing everything, man. Like, if this was a bullet game, I'd be like, oh, free pawn. Well, it's not even free pawn, because captures the pawn, but... See, this is my bullet brain going off here. I'm thinking free pawn here when there's no free pawn at all. But even if there is no free pawn in a bullet game, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you waste your opponent's time. That's what I've learned. I wonder what Astrea is thinking about. How do you ever focus? I have a very hard time focusing in bullet, but I actually focus better in rapid. If I'm locked in on bullet, I can play at 2300. But these days, I just can't. Now I just play rapid to force myself. Force myself to think. Because thinking is a good practice to have, as every good scientist knows. Okay, he moves his queen here. Not the move I was expecting. But I guess he does want to connect his rooks. So it does make sense. I was thinking he could maybe keep his queen here to just, I don't know, like put pressure on some of these pieces later, but maybe Astrea's idea is far more better than mine. Okay, Serral threatening the very obvious capture on this pawn and a check. Don't think Astrea will fall for something like that, so probably just see him. Yeah, he's just gonna push this pawn. Could have pushed this one as well, but probably worse. I like this move. Serral developing his pieces, very normal move. I like to see it. 2300, but yeah, but like it's not even 1+1. It's like 1+0. Like it's legit the most clowniest bullet. Like if you saw me play, you'd just be depressed that I'm 2300. Serral plays this as StarCraft 2 very patient. I agree. Like you can actually see players' personalities, the way they play in StarCraft 2, the way they act IRL in their gameplay. Very often in StarCraft 2 and a little bit in chess as well, it seems. Serral very methodical, very safe. Plays good moves. Doesn't play anything risky, usually. I play bullet like it's Osu. Unironically, yes. I'm confident that I am the best flagger in this tournament. If I were to play in this tournament, I would be the best flagger. I don't think that's anything to brag about, by the way, but I do think it's true. My flagging skills are unmatched. Serral having a bit of a think here. Yeah, I mean it looks quite even, I would say. Like doesn't seem like any side has a clear advantage, or at least nothing major. Both players have their pieces fully developed. Both players have kept all their pieces on the board as well, which is makes the game very tense when there's this many pieces on the board still. I wonder who's going to be the first to start trading. Traitors have this well-placed knight here. I like his bishops a bit more maybe, but yeah, really not much going on for Astrea to just get a clear winning start here. Okay, he's gonna trade. He has a lot of options, but he doesn't think about it. Just goes right for the pawn capture. I mean, that makes sense. Texting this pawn with another pawn. Serral doesn't need to think about that. He's too good for that. Okay, Astrea opens up his bishop. Also attacks Serral's pawn in the middle. Well, I can tell you my move here as Serral. Ooga booga capture. That's my move. But Serral, wait, goes for his. Wait, he's going for an insane move here. So he giving up the sacrificing his bishop. That was a very quick sacrificial decision. After captures, check. Then what? Wait, is he cooking? Is he seeing what we're not seeing, or what I'm not seeing? Hey, what am I missing here, guys? Because what is Serral saying? You don't see it? Big mistake. Wait, no. Chat is acting like something's going on here. They're just saying, "Wow, interesting." And I'm just wondering, like, God, I must be stupid because I don't see anything. But is there actually anything at all here? I feel like that was a blunder. I'm surprised he made the decision to sacrifice that quickly. It's for his clock time. That's a bullet maneuver right there, but this is not bullet. And there's increment. Yeah, I don't know what Serral was thinking there. That is suddenly a very strange move from Serral, I have to say. Maybe he saw his queen was there. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Even for your standards, that's a questionable sacrifice. I can't explain that one. Like, at first, I was wondering if Serral was a genius because he played it so confidently. Like, he didn't think about it. He took 10 seconds to think about that sacrifice. So I was like, either about to be extremely impressed or just shocked. But unfortunately, I think it is just a blunder from Serral. So even a god can bleed. Even gods can bleed. I'm gonna move in his knight into the middle. I feel like for Astrea here, I mean, that's kind of an interesting move, you know. Like, it does force Astrea to think a bit. Captures the pawn though, so yeah, I think that's a very good move by Astrea. Actually, maybe he just sees no threat and just takes the pawn. Why not? Now this knight is hanging. Unless he captures this, but if he trades the queens, this game is completely over. So Serral needs to find something to make an attack continue. We have a chatter suggesting knight to f2. Sacrifice again? Are you cooking? I mean, maybe you are cooking. But ultimately... Well, maybe you are cooking. Holy. Maybe he should actually sacrifice his knight again. Well... Nah, that's not gonna work. If he captures the king, maybe. Knight g5, only chance. Oh my god, he's reading chat, guys. He's reading chat. But I think if he captures with the rook, what can he do? I'm not seeing it. Do you guys see it? Like, unless he like has a aneurysm and captures the king, right? But captures with this, and what's the next move for Serral here? It's fine even if king takes? Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. Maybe he's reading chat, guys. This was his strategy all along. He was reading that clear chat messages, but it's finally punished him. Okay, he moves his rook. Now we sacrifice the rook. At some point, you gotta stop sacrificing. Yeah, I think this one is over. It's kind of strange. Like, I feel like Serral has been playing so well so far in all of his games. Out of nowhere, plays a very dubious sacrifice. Well, not even a dubious sacrifice. Probably just a big mistake. Why did chat say bx3? Well, maybe that one was Serral's idea. You like Keymer's comments on the last move? I don't think there would be any good comments there. StarCraft GPT broken. I think there's some hallucinations going on here from Serral. Yeah, this one is over. I think Serral knows it. I think Astrea knows it. I mean, why not just trade and end this game? You're up 6 points of material here. But yeah, that's very shocking. I mean, that's the first time this whole tournament that I'm doubting Serral's ability. But I mean, it is possible that he just had a chess blindness moment. Serral thought he could swarm his lings by destroying his Astrea as well. Yeah, even still, Serral has played great this tournament so far, and one mistake does not have to mean much. He can come back in the next game as the white pieces. Astrea just casually, coolly pushing his pawn. Chess tiredness. It is very late for him, for Yona's standards. Once it hits 8 PM for Yona, he's ready to go to bed. So now it's looking a bit hard for him. Okay, I mean, come on, Yona. All right, you see the resignation. Let's press the game review. Let's see what the AI thinks about that one.
White saw their chance for the win and took it.
Very good review.
Starting with the king's pawn is a versatile first.
Okay, silence. Okay, I want to see what the AI thought of that sacrifice. Okay, was there potential? There was no potential. We got the double question marks. Questionable move, but alright, I think Serral just likes pushing the c4 pawn. I'm starting to doubt that Serral played like Sicilian, he just likes pushing c4. The English opening symmetrical variation is the name of this opening. You guys can see it. Anglo-Indian defense. I always like looking at the chess.com opening names because there's just so many random ones. Symmetrical fianchetto variation. These guys know their theory about the symmetrical two knights. And now it's called the fianchetto ultra symmetrical line. Do you guys think these are like actual real openings or just chess.com is making them up? Like, what is this? What the heck is English opening fianchetto ultra symmetrical? Sounds ridiculous, but I'm no chess pro. It is kind of funny that Serral's playing like a Sicilian as the white pieces. Perhaps because he's studied a lot of Sicilian as black. And this is what he knows best. Oh, you guys want to see a chat? Yeah, they had a little bit of a chat. Serral said bruh. Astrea said bruh. I had such a nice attack going, but I messed it up. uThermal said XD. I like how uThermal was in the chat as well, just somehow in there. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm using my voice too much. I'm feeling the strain on my throat. I don't know how Roddy does it. Like, if I was Roddy, I think I would lose my voice so quickly. I'm gonna be very quiet now. We need a Serral interview. Yeah, maybe we can get a Serral interview. I can always ask him. I can't guarantee anything, but we'll see if Serral wants to come in for an interview. Both players just developing their pieces. Serral going for Fiend Shadow, Astrea, the Fiend Shadow lover, going for the Fiend Shadow. Make some tea. I will after this tournament. Yeah, I'm very curious what Astrea will do at this point. I feel like he has a couple options. I know this is a bad move, but my bullet brain is thinking this. But I know it's bad because it opens up to that bishop, so it's like almost certainly bad. But this is what my bullet brain thinks, you know? It's like attack piece. Attack piece. Okay, Astrea. Maybe Astrea has the bullet brain. He's getting in there. That seems a bit questionable. No, that was Serral. My bad. Serral was white this game. So I feel like this is a bit of a questionable move because, well, you're kind of allowing your pawns to be doubled, for example, or just put in a bad spot. You just trade here, captures. Maybe knight here. What is the event? So it is a chess event featuring top StarCraft 2 players. We had Vincent Keymer earlier casting with us, but he had to go. But now it is just me casting the finals between Serral and Astrea in chess. Truly one of the most hype events of this year. 12 days into the year, not bad. Yeah, Astrea just he just trades pieces here as expected. And I mean, this to me doesn't look quite right. I mean, I guess he's thinking after he trades here, his pawns kind of return to normal. But I'm worried because his bishops look very scary. So Astrea is cooked. Well, if that Clayhar is saying so, then must be right. It even has potentially this, maybe? I don't know. I think Astrea is cooked. Stop feeding Serral bad ideas. We all know that you're working for Serral. Will there be a StarCraft 2 tournament for the chess pros as well? No. I really doubt it. So I heard Hikaru plays StarCraft 2, so well, maybe we'll have Hikaru versus... I'll coach Vincent, and then we'll have him play Hikaru in StarCraft. Had Serral played A3 first, may have been stronger. Yeah, not giving a knight a good place to plant its feet, perhaps. But, yeah, I mean, he's making some moves in the middle. Okay, he played Brood War. Well, I think he plays StarCraft 2 as well, because he likes Hearthstone, but... I could be wrong, I don't know. Okay, this bishop is kind of being forced to either trade or go back to a more square. Kind of nice. But gives up a pawn in the process. Astrea not letting Serral get away with these moves. Max. Yeah, I mean Max is he's cooking this game so far. He's up a pawn. This knight might be put on an awkward square, but pawn is a pawn, bro. Maybe he will. My bitch brain is thinking this, but I mean, what does that really achieve? In bullets, you're not really trying to achieve anything. I wonder what Serral is thinking. I mean, he has a lot of time, so I think he should perhaps consider very carefully. What's the score? Astrea is up 1-0 in the finals. What's up, Clem, by the way? GG's earlier. Turned out that Serral is an absolute beast at chess. I had no idea. Now I feel bad putting you against the beast. Serral is insane? He is insane. It's absolutely cracked. Clem versus Trigger 1-0. If we could play some. I imagine you want to like develop your rook here. 30 seconds? I would clear you in 30 seconds, bro. Serral's 1800, I feel like. But uThermal is saying he's losing to 900 in his match history, so who knows. Maybe Serral is only 1800 against good players. I mean, although Serral is down a pawn here, I still feel like there are some reasonable chances. I mean, he has the bishop pair, so that's a start. Maybe he should consider like rook b1 and like that. Maybe that's not good though. Maybe not good enough. Maybe he needs to somehow push here. I don't know. Feels tough. I mean, my natural move here is like rook here, probably, or even rook here. Just because this looks scary to me, but I am certainly okay. He's actually gonna trade bishop. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Although you lose the bishop pair, right? I'm very curious what happened, Mark, between you and Percival. I didn't get to see the games, unfortunately. We only got to catch the very end of the second game. And Percival has some very good late game. Just like in StarCraft 2, very good late game. StarCraft 2 chess hybrid match. Keep throwing the ideas out. We might use some of them. I also don't know how many viewers we have. I think it's better if I don't know. I don't want to know. Although we got a Wardy raid, so it's probably not bad. It was all about Gambit. Did you trick him? Or did Mark trick himself with his Gambits? Because I know Mark loves the Gambit. I think 1700 plays King Gambit a lot. Aye. Mark playing tricky like he does in StarCraft. He played the Latvian. Isn't that a double pawn? Isn't that a double pawn sack or something? Come on, Mark. That's too much. Can't be making chess content as well. Latvian is your favorite? I think you showed me that at Home Story Cup. I think you showed me the opening. You also showed me how to beat it. I don't hate what Serral's done here. It was like kind of like a decent center position here, but I think he needs to get his bishop maybe somewhere better. Like it just doesn't feel like it's doing much on this diagonal. There's also knight is coming here, which is very ugly for Serral. Yeah, it's a tough position. Pawn here seems interesting. Maybe he just wants to fight back here for now, but b4, I was thinking b4 way earlier as well, but I think he needs to move maybe his rook here first. I mean after capture, I mean okay, I guess you don't have to. But then what? Like it still doesn't look great. And I do think this move will be like just very annoying. Can't even move your bishop if he does that because of the fork. It's looking rough. It's looking rough. Don't know what Serral does here. Prevent the knight with b4. Yeah, definitely, yeah, that's true. I agree with you. That makes sense. But will he play it? And what happens if he just pushes his pawn? No, not that. And then... Is that bad for him? I don't know. Looks like everything's bad for him, in my eye. Gonna push his rook up here. It's kind of interesting. Guess he wants to like stack up. In case he plays knight to here, he can stack up and then push. That kind of makes sense to me. But maybe he just leaves the knight here. Doesn't seem like the craziest move. I do think he really needs to get this rook out. Okay, he plays the knight there. Probably this is Serral's calculation. Trying to get control of this file after he tries to bust it open. But don't know if it will work. Even I mean, I don't think Astrea wants to do this because that would maybe lead to a draw or something. Probably not the great way to win the game. I mean, he only needs a draw, to be fair. You want to prevent knight to b3? I wasn't even thinking about that. But that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. He wants to push here in the middle. I wasn't even thinking about that either. I mean, Serral just thinks in way better ways than me. Question is, does it actually work? Captures. I mean, maybe it does work. It's a very cool move by Serral. Maybe Serral's gonna clutch up here. In what looked like a very bad position, he's giving himself some fighting chances. Also allows bishop to perhaps eventually be opened up. d4 first to stop knight f5. That sounds on point, Dr. Fashion. You didn't trust Serral? I mean, Vincent was not trusting Serral either, and then he blasted Percival. At some point you gotta just stop doubting this man. Okay, he's actually pushing here first. So Serral, he's going all over the place here. Rook to c3. Well, now that Dakalier said it, he's going to do it because Serral just reads Dakalier's chat. Just copies it. That's the new theory. Maybe just my bad. I do think you will probably beat Serral if you played more games against him. But I mean, Serral played very well. It's very hard to get lucky in chess. Yeah, I'm not sure about this move from Astrea. I mean, I guess he's going for a draw. So maybe it's not too bad, but I'm worried because it kind of opens up this eventually, potentially, somehow at some point. Okay, he's actually making a bit of an attack in the center here. I kind of like this for Serral. Like, I don't like his position, but I like this attack. Like, I do feel like this gives him at least a chance to make something happen. Okay, he's not actually going to capture. He's going to double up on the f-file here. What if Serral captures here? Yeah, it doesn't do much, does it? If you just push the pawn. Rook here. Wait, can you trap the rook? No, right? But, I mean... No, it doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I was Vincent, guys. I wish I was... I don't know. I need to think about it. Serral is sure is thinking about it. Is there something you could do here? Like, no, it isn't. He's gonna push the. He actually okay. He moves his rook all the way down there. Well, isn't this worthwhile to trade for Serral? I mean, maybe it's not good for him still, but technically, an imbalance in the position gives him a chance to win, right? Okay, he's not gonna do it. Knight to c2. Oh, I don't see those things. You guys see them though. It's good that I have. This is a rare moment where Twitch chat is backstating the hell out of me, and I need it. I need it so badly. In StarCraft 2, when they backstate me, I'm just like so pissed off and annoyed. And like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. In chess, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Like, I legit would not have seen that in Bullet, at least. Thank you, Twitch chatters. You guys don't hear it often, but thank you. You're appreciated. Of course, Serral saw that, so he doesn't trade. Serral much smarter than me. Typical Bullet brain rot. I know, like, it's so bad. I need to stop playing Bullet. That's what I'm trying to do. So. Yeah, but this is looking very rough for Serral. I mean, Astrea kind of has a chokehold on him. Not giving Serral many moves, good moves here, or any counterplay. To play more bullets. I don't know, I'm kind of over my bullet arc. I hit 2300, and after that, I felt like if I wanted to move to the next level, I would need to study some opening, some theory, and I was just not ready to commit myself to that. Have I ever played over the board tournament? No, I have not. I wonder if anyone from StarCraft 2 has played an over the board tournament. Yeah, Serral's thinking very hard. I mean, he needs a plan to get out. When did I start playing chess? The first time I ever played chess must have been when I was very young, like a kid. When I was, I think my game's broken, no? When I was like 6 or something. Wait, guys, what the fuck happened? What is this? Wait, how did we just miss 1800 moves? Okay, well, we're here now. Chess.com bugging on me. But all good. Yeah, this doesn't seem like the greatest move by Serral here. I mean, this probably doesn't achieve much. Also boxes bishop. And like, what are you? I mean, I guess he wants, like, even if you trade, it's not great. So, yeah, it's just going from worse to worse, as Serral himself would say. Yeah, sorry that we missed moves there. I don't know what happened. I feel like I did literally nothing in this. The moves were not moving. Yeah, I don't know what Serral should do here to give himself any chance. Maybe he should try to target this pawn. That's what my bullet brain says. Probably just defend with the rook. Or move your king here. Seems bad. It has to go away, but probably like here. And starting this pawn. Okay, he moves it here, threatening here. Like a reasonable move. Imagine Yona is gonna like go here or something. That seems like the obvious move. Especially on time pressure, you can't really come up with anything better. Probably knight here, maybe? I don't know. My bullet brain is saying this. Maybe my bullet brain is right for once. I mean, there's like no other good move. You bring the knight back here. I don't know why you would. Maybe just trade. Do you spy an opportunity for Yona? Are you cooking up a nasty rook sacrifice? Queen check, queen trade. Yeah, that's also very good. Okay, I mean maybe he checks the king here. But he still doesn't win the knight. There's queen e5. Yeah. I think Astrea sees it too. He goes back, he's mated. So you're saying I would have got mated? I definitely would have got mated. Freaking noob. Yeah, he gets mated from that. Your bullet brain is far better than my bullet brain. I mean, after this, like, what do you do even? You can't trade here, or you're just gonna draw or lose. But you're losing your rook, so like, I guess you just have to trade. And then, I mean, the bishop is a little better than the knight in the end game. But he's just down too much. Down a pawn. He's gonna lose his bishop. We're not gonna lose his bishop. He's also down on time, so it's very rough. I mean, overall, I think Yona has played a decent game here. I mean, this is very close. Only down one pawn. Yeah, this one is looking rough. I think this king is going to start cooking. Knight is better this time. Yeah, could be. Maybe he can block it a little bit, but how long is that gonna last? Is there anything Yona can do here? I mean, maybe he can go for this pawn somehow. Bishop here and then like push here. King's probably gonna come here though. Although, no, you could try sacrificing a pawn. Maybe Yona can draw, but there's no way he can win, and he needs to win. So. No, down to 7 seconds. He needs to make a move. Yona, come on. Okay, he moves his king over. I guess he's worried about this, but I don't think that you can worry about that too much right now. Have to make plays happen. Pushing a pawn here. I mean, I guess he's trying to get this king kind of trapped. Big trades. Seems like a idea, but unfortunately, pawns are getting captured in the process. And yes, this is it's looking over for my boy Serral. Low-key winnable. Well, maybe if he had Mark's rook sacrificing skills, he could have won, but it looks like Astrea is going to be crowned our BASILISK X StarCraft X Chess BASILISK event champion. That's a mouthful. We need to shorten the name for next time. But we're gonna have our first chess StarCraft champion here. Gonna be Astrea. Against all odds, by the way. He was completely dead against ShoWTimE. But looks like he's gonna even get the 2-0 here. He's not gonna get a draw. But yeah, somehow he got away with murder against ShoWTimE and touches up against the king himself. Even gonna go for a checkmate. Brutal. And that is the end of our chess tournament, guys. Max, he wins the entire thing. What a run from him, by the way. I mean, it was not an easy road, but he defeats Yona, he defeats ShoWTimE. and NightPhoenix. Congratulations to Astrea. Good job. Let's ask him for an interview for fun. Alright, Astrea's coming up for the interview. I'm not sure if we'll have a camera, but we'll see. Yo, what's up, Astrea? Yeah, I don't hear you.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, Max? Congrats.
What's up?
Congrats.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be victorious.
When is the last time you won a tournament, Max?
Oh, I don't know. Probably versus you at some point.
Oh my god, this guy. Yeah, in safe house you beat me. No, that one doesn't count. But yeah. Yeah, congrats on beating Serral. I mean, how do you feel, first of all, just being the best chess player in all of StarCraft 2?
Well, I was the best chess player today, which is sick. But I gotta say, ShoWTimE probably should have beat me, and also shoutouts to NightPhoenix for giving me a take back on a misclick move.
Really?
Good
We
sportsmanship.
did not see that, but
Yeah.
would you have
I
lost?
made it like, yeah, absolutely. It was like a terrible misclick.
Would you have lost a series if you didn't?
Yeah, I would have.
Oh no. Well, that's very clutch of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Yona played pretty good positionally. I mean, I don't think he's 1000 rated. He's pretty good.
No, he's absolute goat. And you should have saw him blast Percival and Clem. Played very strong. But it feels like
Yeah.
he kind of lost his mind after the sacrifice with the bishop. I don't know what that one was about.
Yeah, I think he said he had a good attack going, but I think there was nothing there. I have to say, Yona.
Yeah, I think Serral's strengths are in the positioning, in the trading, the calculation, but maybe not in the brute force attacks, the towel maneuvers, as we say.
Yeah, I mean, he's not very good at attacking in StarCraft or in chess.
That's very. I mean, that sounds completely true, but
That's
I see your
attacking
point. I see your
in
point.
StarCraft, but
It's not a style. It's not a style.
yeah, exactly. He plays like the same way in both.
Yeah,
games.
he really does. But you know, Serral only started playing a few months ago, is what he told me. So he's actually like
Oh,
pretty much a beginner, and he's made it to the finals.
yeah. I mean, he's played super well for someone if he's only been playing a few months.
An absolute goat. So what's up, Max, with your life these days? I mean, I feel like we just haven't heard from you in a long time in StarCraft 2 World, so we'd be delighted to hear
Yeah.
from you.
I haven't been playing StarCraft basically at all. I'm taking an extended break. I'm doing other stuff. I started playing a lot of golf actually. I figure, Yona's the GOAT. He plays a bunch of golf. If I start playing a bunch of golf, then maybe I'll be the GOAT.
I don't think Yona plays that much golf anymore, though. Well,
Oh, well, it was like the mental discipline of golf prepared him for StarCraft, Now I have to go backwards.
okay, that makes sense. You're following in his footsteps.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. So you've been enjoying golf. Okay.
Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of tennis, playing a bunch of golf. I've been
No,
reading,
Oh, you're
strangely enough.
reading.
Yeah.
Why is that strange?
I don't know. People don't really read in
Dude.
2026.
Come on, bro. Only in your
I
country.
mean, okay, mate.
Yeah, that's a risky joke for a stream right there. Okay. I mean, it's not even
Oh,
risky this year, let's be honest.
It's fine. Americans don't really read. It's fine.
I heard like 40% of Americans read like one book a year or something. That's not that bad, actually.
One book a year?
At least one book
It's
a year.
fine.
Yeah, it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
Oh.
What books have you
yeah.
been reading? Anything interesting?
I just finished Clara in the Sun. That's pretty good. It's like a kind of like a AI thought experiment book.
Hey, thought
Taken from the
experiment.
taken from the perspective of the AI, so it was pretty cool.
You're worried about AI, are you?
Well, I don't know if I'm worried about it, but I think the author is Pog, so I read the book.
I see. Yeah, that sounds interesting. And any
Yeah.
plans on playing StarCraft or just chilling?
I don't know. It's gonna be whatever I feel like. Like, if I feel like playing StarCraft, I'll play StarCraft, but
Mhm.
otherwise, I'm thinking about other careers at this point.
I see. If there's EWC, would that That
E
If
change
there's
your tune.
EWC, then maybe I'll come back. Yeah, but
Alright,
if there's
sick.
no EWC, I think I'm likely done.
Mm-hmm. That's
Likely
sad. But,
Dunskies.
but you'll always be in our hearts, Max.
Thank you, thank you. And I'll always be there for the chess tournament if I get invited back.
Yeah, I mean, you're the champion. We'll definitely invite you back.
I think they're gonna come in hotter next time.
Yeah.
ShoWTimE's gonna come in with a bit more sleep, maybe a bit more opening prep.
Yeah. Maybe we'll bump the prize pool.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna make a new career for you, Max. Just for you.
I'm just gonna win all the StarCraft 2 chess circuit events. That's my new career.
Yeah, I mean, you're off to a good start.
Thank you, thank you.
Anything you want to say to like your fans, even if they can't see you in StarCraft? You have many NA fans.
Let's say to my fans, no, I got nothing.
This is depressing.
I'm the champ.
You're the champ. That's true. If you're an Astrea fan, you're happy today.
Yeah.
All right.
I clearly have the biggest brain in StarCraft. That's what we can take away from this.
You know what? I agree. As a victim to your brain, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to ask Blobbert?
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, chat, go ahead. Ask his whose teammate's gonna be in for a 2v2 circuit.
Does anyone want to ask me, like, you know how they ask like Magnus and Hikaru after the game, like, what do you think about this move? And then they recite like 20 minutes of analysis.
You're gonna do that. Okay, Tonsor has a question. Percival says, why do you love Fiend Shadow so much?
Why do I love Fiend Shadow? I like Fiend Shadowing because it's usually in the sideline to most openings, and I know no opening theory, so I just Fiend Shadow, and then I get out of mainline theory so that I don't get prepped on. I don't get prepped all over.
You don't like getting prepped all over. Very good answer. How do
Yeah,
you
I
get
have an
better
actual answer to
chess? Is another question.
I don't know how to get better at chess, to be honest.
How did you
I
get
think
better at chess? Is what it's a question.
I played when I was in like elementary school, so I had a base, and then after that, I just played like rapid. I think the only real answer I have to that is to play rapid and not blitz if you actually want to get better, or even classical. But our attention spans can't handle classical
You started when you're in
in
elementary,
this day
huh?
and age. How many hot dogs do I think I could eat in an hour? I don't know, like 2 probably. I think I would feel too disgusted after 2
Can you
eating
force
anymore.
yourself to overeat? Are you one of those people?
No, I can't.
So
I'm
2 is
really
the
bad at
max.
eating too much.
That's probably a good thing.
What career change am I thinking about? Well, I was thinking about becoming a court reporter, so going into stenography, basically becoming a stenographer. There's got a lot of StarCraft 2 crossover. I feel like I just click buttons and it's really easy for me.
Man loves clicking buttons.
It's just when I'm learning it, it's just like gamified. It's just like, oh, I just click buttons. Okay, I feel like this is going for a long time. I should just answer like 2 more and then get off the call.
Sure. I mean, whatever you want. I have all day. Well, 6 a.m.
Oh, you have
but
all
yeah.
day. What should I answer, Yoon?
You can answer all of them for all I care.
Okay. Do I think chess helps with StarCraft? No, not really. Will I push to become a chess master? No, not. I think I'm. Nah, probably not.
Why
Unless
not?
I really start liking chess and wanting to like compete in a different game after StarCraft is over, many years from now or whatever. But I like chess. Getting better at chess is kind of stressful. Like really thinking about games and stuff.
Mhm.
It's just like StarCraft 2 that I'm worse at. It's like the same level of stress.
Why not a different game like Go or?
Yeah, Osu's been pretty chill. Been playing a lot of Osu.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
don't
play
have to
some
think when I
multis.
play that game. No stress, no opponent. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, I guess we're not multiing.
Oh, we can multi. I mean, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay. Why haven't you climbed with me? Who is Bango? Do you know this guy?
Bango 101. Oh, I think I do know him actually. I forgot that I knew this person, but I do know
That's
this
really
person.
rude to Bango, but okay.
I forgot. No, I just forgot this was his Twitch username. I don't know, because you haven't reached out with me. I'll climb with you.
Yeah, Bango, why haven't you reached out?
Bango.
Bango. Alright.
Bongo. Bango.
Um,
And you're I actually haven't been rock climbing though. I've been mainly playing chess and golf. I
And
mean,
tennis.
sorry, golf and tennis. Yeah,
No badminton though.
no badminton. I would play badminton if like you visited San Diego or something.
I might visit sometime, like unironically.
Are you the goat at badminton now?
I mean, I'm still a noob compared to real players, but I'm not bad honestly. I play like almost every day, so.
Okay, pog. Getting
Pog.
exercise. My average in golf is not that good. I don't really know what my average is, but I'm super inconsistent. And I mainly play on executive courses, not like full-size courses right now. So I will not give you an answer. I'll dodge the question. No, I haven't played at Torrey Pines yet. I don't have enough confidence to play at like a nice course, you know, to like drop
Maybe you should play with
however
Bango.
much money. You know, I'll play golf with you, Bango. You want to play golf sometime? Bango 101.
Just hooking up with the Twitch chatter day.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Hit me up. Hit me up.
Why? Is this guy a StarCraft 2 guy or something? How is he here?
I forget. I think I just met him at the climbing. No, I met him through one of my other friends, and we climbed together.
And now he's stalking your chess tournaments.
Like I don't know how he knew this was going on. Oh wait, no, he follows StarCraft, I think. So
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
yeah. He's a StarCraft fan.
I think we're out of good questions. Unless you want to ask what your
what-
mini golf average is.
Let me ask a question. What gave you the idea to host a StarCraft 2 chess tourney?
I don't know what was the exact thing that got me to think about it, but I do know that there's a lot of StarCraft 2 players who play chess, and we have Vincent on the team,
Yeah.
so I figured I could make it happen. And then at some point I got bored, and I was like, well, I'm bored, so I'll just do it. And there we did. There we are.
I like it. I like it. Did Vincent enjoy the games, or just like these freaking noobs? And like
No, he was
halfway
actually
through?
impressed by Serral. He thought
really?
Serral was like
Oh,
very.
impressed by Serral.
He was impressed
Okay.
by everyone.
He didn't watch it. Did he? He didn't watch my game, did he?
Oh, we watched a bit of your game between ShoWTimE and Astrea. He said
Oh, the game I was getting wrecked in.
he said that you were in a very good spot in game 2 until you prematurely attacked or something. But you can
Yeah.
we'll have the VOD up. Like I'm
Okay,
recording,
okay.
so you can see a little bit of what he said. But he was impressed
Okay,
by the
okay.
game, so yeah.
Cool. Vinny K.
Vinny K. Is that a real nickname?
What? I don't know.
All right.
I think I heard Hikaru calling him that. I was like watching some Hikaru videos and before the event.
Is that how you get ready for this event?
Calling him Vinny K. The prize pot, I think I made 100, and then it was 50, 25, 25.
Yeah, I figure we get more next time. Maybe I'm gonna try
Yeah.
if there's a
That'd be
next
fun.
time.
You should play next time if there's a next time.
I would like to, but I don't know who's gonna stream and cast. Maybe Roddy.
I'm not sure. I'm sure you could, I don't know, get the players who were eliminated first to cast. Get Roddy to cast one game. I don't
But
know.
who's streaming on the?
Oh, that's true. Maybe you
Yeah.
stream your POV until you lose.
Yeah, no one cares about my POV though.
That's true.
Bro.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's true, honestly. Like, I think we would rather see Vincent and me cast rather than my POV, but perhaps we can have a simo with Vincent. Vincent plays all you scrubs, and he's like a piece down in every single game.
I think we would all lose, honestly.
What if he's a rook down in every single game?
I think we would still get destroyed, but maybe the games would be fun.
Maybe.
Honestly, I
don't
think
know
he'd probably
nowadays.
beat us with a queen down. If I'm being
No,
honest.
come on, queen down, all
No.
over.
I think so. I think so.
Even if we had like 20
He's a-
people, yeah, like 20 StarCraft 2 people.
I think he would beat like 19 of us, queen down,
Really?
and then he would like tie the other person or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
he would beat all
possible,
20
yeah.
of us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Okay, I think that's all the questions. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for hosting the tourney.
You're welcome, and hopefully see you for the next one if there is. And
Okay, yeah.
yeah, we'll play some Mosa later. See you.
Sounds good, Jarga.
Aga. Alright. Thank you guys for watching, by the way. I mean, really appreciate everyone who came to tune in and watch our first chess tournament. It's also my first time, like, casting an entire tournament by myself. Maybe my second time, but understandably, I'm very tired and to go, so Adios. Gonna raid. Should I raid?